I don't know how to. I need to put a fucking intro in this damn channel. I'm outside. I almost added myself to the stream twice. What's up, peoples? You're afraid of a frog, Jill? I'm sorry. Wherever Heather is Heather here? Hey, Jar! It's a shame that I don't have 1,000 subs on this so we can use the same emojis. Hey, Buttercup. Heather, when you went live, it notified me 5 minutes after you went live. Like, I was like, I don't see it. It didn't say that she went live. And then everybody's like, she's live. So I went over there and you were alive. I think that means Ella's going to bite you. I'm good, Magical. How are you? You're not late. That's right. You're not. Yeah, I mean, for Heather's or for mine? For Heather's, it came 5 minutes later. I was on the phone with Tina when it, well, not on the phone, but on the server when it said it. I don't need to be on Texas time. I'm on Nevada time. So let me see here. I'm not gonna be able to post it pin it just yet. I know Allie has something to say, but I don't know where she at. Yes, you got a notification. I know that sometimes if I'm doing other things on my phone, I won't see it pop up, but it will be at the top later. I'll notice it. You took a shower, Creative Theater? So proud of you. Yeah, where is you, Allie? She's probably still putting her kids to bed. She was in the process of it, so that's why I put it at, this time, thinking she would be done. Diane, you're funny. Why are you so confused? I know you have an L house. We've been missing you in the Discord. So much has happened, L house. So much. You know how it is. 1 week's like 2 years. Actually, I don't know what has so much happened. All right, hold on. I'm going to be missing for a second. Ow, ow. No, don't do that. Oh, why did it do that? That was horrible. MRB drama or Mr. B? That's okay. You don't have to get through the chats. Just ask who would be the goodest? Who would be the best recapper for the Discord? Maybe Cash's mama, maybe Lissa. I don't know, maybe Ella. Same old shit with same old people, just a different day. Thanks, Jeeper. Thanks. Hey, Nala, you gotta move off my cord for my computer. Move. You gotta move. Thank you. You can't sit right there. What are you thinking? Ugh. She's like, I'm not gonna let you put the recliner out. You're just gonna have to sit sideways. Ella's good sometimes, but then she does the a lot. She's trying to remember. Eight Ball says him. Says who? Who's him? Oh, yeah. Fuck. Allie's really the best, like, recapper of everything, but I don't know if she's the best recapper for Discord. But in Discord, we talk about everything, so you can have a great convo with that bot in Discord. Yeah, Discord. So for all of those that are there, if they're for members on my the Crime Stalker pay, yeah, Crime Stalker channel. So it's like where the members get to hang out. It's only $1.99 just to get in. What do you want? You just had food. You know that I'm on the computer and you're looking at me like, I need something. No, you ate already. Go eat your regular food. Ugh, I know what her problem is. Problem is she wants to eat her food, but Nalu's near her food bowl. Come here. Oh, so wildly. No, Nalu, stop. So, like, can you hear me really well from this distance of my computer? Come here, Lulu. Eat your food. Can I Venmo you? No, Nalu! No! Go to your bowl. Yeah, so let you tell her. You're being a brat. She acts like the other bowl is more important, and it's not. Now she's, we could only see your middle finger. Oh, man. I gotta get in here and yell at Allie. Where is it? I'm trying to open Messenger. Let's see. Where is it? It says she was active 11 minutes ago. Allie Joe, get over here. I know. No, I know. I was trying to figure out who the best person would be for the recap of what's gone on. The Discord is mostly Ella trying to win the ranking thing, and a lot of people playing Cards Against Humanity, and then staying on the phone, the voice chat while doing so, all day long. Like, very rare. When I go look at the Discord and I'm at work and I don't see people in voice chat, I think something happened. But all the drama or all the stuff, the recap, Allie could do that too. Because the Discord, it's all the stuff that's happened, but also all the fun, weird Discord stuff that doesn't really matter to anybody unless they're in there. What's Tina's comment? I'm going to go look it up. My recap is I licked it, so it's mine. That's right. I'm telling stories. Once upon a time, right? It kind of does, Cash's mama. Yeah, Ella's like, I can't do a drama recap. Oh, man. Oh, Savage is. I did send her the link, but she might be busy doing things because I didn't see her in Heather's live either, and she had that link too. So my phone keeps telling me that I have a notification in Messenger. Oh, it's telling me, Carrie, that you want to message me, but I already responded to that, so that's dumb. Phone's a liar. Wait. Oh, there. Natty, you said you had questions, right? Weren't you the one that said you had questions over in Heather's live? I'll message you the middle finger. Oh my goodness. Oh, guess who's getting flea medicine tonight because there was a flea on me? Like, that is not going to happen. Oh, man. I don't need another fucking flea infestation. I'm going to message them right now, actually, before I forget. I got to email the fucking property management and tell them that there are fleas starting to show again. Wait, hold on. I'm responding to an email. Who has fleas? The fucking the stupid fucking Vegas somehow started getting fleas, Alyssa. It's like doesn't make sense. I had a flea infestation last year. Oh, there was a flea that jumped on me, and I got now I'm freaking out thinking there's fleas on me every second. Hold on. Last year, oh, it was so bad. Because, dogs don't have fleas. The fleas are not a thing in Nevada usually. And Nalu was itching really bad. And I'm just checking my pants because I have dark jeans on. I'm like, did I bring them in from outside? Come here, Soleil. Let me check you. You got fleas. I just brushed her. I mean, they've been treated, so it just means I got to deep vacuum again. And anyway, so yeah, I believe that, Cash's mama. But yes, they had him last year. That's when I got him. Last year, so Nalu was scratching all the time, and I'm like, maybe her skin's dry because we've been back since 2018. So no flea medicine since then. And then Soleil was not itching. So again, and I forgot that she doesn't have an allergy to fleas because when I was living in Florida before, I treated them, but not all the time because we didn't have a yard anymore because I was living in an apartment for the last 2 years. So I forgot all about like her issues with fleas. So one day I'm laying in bed and all of a sudden like six fleas pounce on me on the phone and I'm like, what the hell? And I turn on lights and I look at Soleil and she's a lighter dog and they had them all over. Like you could see them crawling through her fur. And I'm like, oh my God. And so, oh yeah, Seresto doesn't work for my dog. So I use the Trifexis, which I'm going to have to give them here. It's going to be fun listening to me do that. Um, in about 30 more minutes, maybe. They just ate, yeah, about 30 minutes so they don't vomit. So, yeah, it took me 3 months to get rid of the fleas in my home. When I had the pest control people come out, which I just remembered I got to email them, they thought I was Looney Tunes. They're like, we've been doing pest control in Las Vegas for, 20 something years, 30 years, whatever. Never had a fleas. We don't believe it's fleas. We think it's this other thing. I can't remember what it was. And I said, no, they're fleas. And she's like, no, he's like, no, they're not. I'm like, yes. So he leaves. So I call a different pest control company. I tell them, ask them how much they'll charge. They said, yes, we're aware that fleas have been in Vegas for a few years. But we've already had a lot of people complaining about it this year. So it seems like it's getting really bad. Because what's happening is because people don't know that there's fleas, they're not the people that catch the feral cats. They don't. treat them for fleas, and it's cat fleas that will transfer to all animals. Dog fleas only go on dogs. Cat fleas go the fuck anywhere. So they told me they would come out and spray. I had them pay the whatever, they did it. Then the other people came back out trying to like show me they're smart. And I was like, look, I'm about to do something that you're going to make me regret, but I have to do it in order for you to know there's fleas. So, like, my back area of the house where all the feral cats like go and hide, they hide under my house, which they still haven't trapped them all because there's still cats under my house. So I go into the gravel dirt because it's Vegas and that's all there is. And I had light jeans on, and I said, okay, now look at my jeans. I wouldn't even look. And they're looking at my jeans, and there's like 30 fleas on my jeans. And they're like, what the hell? I was like, now I'm going to go and freak the fuck out. I was like, ah. So, yeah, that was a horrible experience. What is it, Wiggles? You need to go potty? Nalu's near your full. This dog, I swear to God. See, I turn my head. There's no more food in your bowl anyway. Why are you trying to get Soleil's food? You have your own food. Come here, Wiggles. Here. There, eat your food. It's okay. Yes, eat your food. What do you want? That's not it? What is it? Do you need to go potty? Yeah? Okay. Jesus, I still gotta email the damn people. Hold on, guys. TikTok can become addictive once you start watching. Yes. Talking about fleas, you guys are talking about TikTok. Hold on, Soleil. This way I don't confuse myself. You know what? It just rained. I don't know. Humidity is also like really good for fleas. So I bet you it just like hatched the thousands of fucking eggs that are probably still in the fucking dirt. Oh, it's me. It's like, who popped up on Pam? Cotton. Hello, Cotton. Cotton Boobies. I think that should be her new name because I always think her picture is boobies. All right, so Ella, you are my reminder of flea medication in 30 minutes. I'm gonna be chasing my damn dog around the house, trying to give it to him. I have no idea what you're talking about. A house, I'm like, what? Yeah, our humidity is not that bad. It's the fucking desert, but it was humid for like 2 days in a row because it rained 2 days in a row. That's enough time for those fuckers to hatch. Mm. Yeah, why do people keep calling you Candy? Like I've never seen anyone call somebody by the end of their. I guess it just depends. Maybe I'm lying. Like the end of their avatar or their screen name. Like, I guess I would call myself confused. I am confused. So if it was me, if I was someone else and I saw my screen, I'd probably say, hey, confused. Because when people type in at I'm so confused on here and I'm reading the comments, I'm like, what are they confused about? Not a hooker, it's a stripper. Duh. You need a timer for fleas? I don't. What do you mean, Alyssa? Or Alyssa? Why do I keep calling you Alyssa? I looked at Ella's name and then put an E in front of your name. Ugh. Well, I don't know where Allie is. She's gonna be fired though. I support all sex workers, especially since Nevada, it's all like legal, except for in Clark County, where I live. Here's the StreamYard link again. Can the mods pin the StreamYard link? I don't even know, or is it only me? It will definitely give me watch hours, Buttercup, but this channel doesn't have enough like subscribers for it to like matter right now. I only got like 100 and something subscribers. Actually, I had 152, and then when I came back, it was at 162. So somehow Heather got me 10 subscribers. Good job, Heather.
Alyssa set a timer in Discord.
Oh,
for you for the
yeah,
flu
we'll
medication.
see. We'll see if I remember or if I'll see it. Wait, on my computer, I probably will.
Yeah, well,
My foot is itchy. I think I got bit by a flea.
You probably did. Hopefully one of us will see it, and then maybe we'll be able to remind you, because you put this responsibility on me, and
you're always so good at reminding me about things.
I am good at remembering things, but if shit kicks off in here, I might,
And then I'll be mad at you because I have a house full of fleas.
Maybe.
No, I'm pretty sure I already do. I just want them to die and not lay eggs. So if they bite the dogs and they got medicine, then it won't. They'll die.
I'm starting to itch, so
don't get anxious. It's not the end of the world.
I'm not getting anxious. I'm just itching because now.
Oh yeah, I'm itchy too, but my foot's super itchy because I'm allergic to fleas.
Sucks to be you.
Go eat a dick.
No, thank you.
Miss Salty. Ella feels like I'm crashing a party I wasn't invited to, but I'm listening to you, paging you guys all the time. You guys always have me laughing hysterically. Miss Salty, you're always welcome.
Oh, yeah, you're not crashing no party. Join in the party. Miss Salty.
That's right, Heather. They do. They're evil. Fleas are evil.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody go bombard Allie Joe and find out where she is.
Yeah,
Nah, that don't work, Magical. It works for like 1 or 2, not for like a fucking infestation. I wish it did. When I lived in Florida, we had the same problem because I was treating the dogs and not the cats. And I couldn't figure out how we were getting all these fleas. And it was because the dogs were bringing in the fleas from outside and they were then living off the cats. And I was like, what the fuck?
Where is?
I don't know.
No, I'm talking to myself out loud. There she is.
Oh, my face is itchy. I just feel itchy now.
Want me to slap you?
I slept in a hotel room during COVID like 3 different times because I bombed the house. I had it sprayed. Like, you don't understand. I was so sick of fleas and I was unemployed, but I still fucking got a hotel room 3 different times. That's true too, Three Boys Mom. That's true. Fuckers. These fleas are evil.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, mosquitoes.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about them here, but there are mosquitoes here apparently. Just, I don't know where they are. So as long as they're not near me, that's fine. Because they
I
love
know. I stepped outside at my dad's house and woke up the next morning and was tore up. I'm just like, this is why I don't go outside. Like, I go outside at night and get eaten alive.
When I used to live in Florida, I'd be outside smoking for my break at work, and I would be wearing like jeans on Friday, and I would get mosquito bite on my butt. They always went for my butt or my thighs because that's the biggest, juiciest part. And I think it was my husband was like, "Fleas can't go through your pants." I'm like, "What are you fucking talking about?" Yes, they can. I'm not fleas, mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah, they can. My God. They go through anything.
Okay, no, that was not KM in Twin Mamas Live last night, Natty Joe. That was God, I never remember her name. I think it's Keely, but she used to have the the avatar or the name me in grade 9. When I went back and looked, I saw what she was talking about, and then I realized who it was. Booty's not out, Tina Curry.
What's he talking about? Um,
Oh.
I can't remember that movie. Oh, The Wiz. That's it.
Yeah, she was talking about The Wiz.
Again?
No, not that day. I was just talking about that's who it was.
I was like, Jesus, really?
Oh, fuck.
I was like, oh my God.
That's exactly what we were saying, Jeeper. I think if you pee on it, it will go away. The frog is not going to hurt you. Heather's going to have to drive to your house. It'll take her like 6 days, but she'll get there.
Oh, my Britney Spears. What?
All right, we're going to go inside and inspect things. Come on, Soleil.
Jill, oh my goodness. If you don't like jump right next to it.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to help Jill get away from this.
I feel like something bit me again. I might just start vacuuming during my live, guys. I'm freaking out. All right, guys, go lay down. Go lay down. Get away from me. I'm going to sleep in this damn. Well, no, I'm getting bit over here. I don't know if I'm going to sleep in the bed or in the chair. Depends on where the fleas are. Was the live about this situation, about the fleas? Yes. The live was about the fleas. Absolutely. What live? What are we talking about?
They're talking about
Twin Mamas Live?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was about because I didn't see much of it.
I didn't watch it at all. So
I think it just said hi or something, right? And then they started talking about the Mandy, like Watts Island
I have
people.
no idea.
And then that's all I know. But I know that Natty had questions. And I know I'm going to punch Allie in the face.
Yeah, she didn't see my message. So I'm assuming maybe she fell asleep. I mean, it's 11 her time.
I mean, maybe she did. That would be disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, Paige and Tia are about the only two that have gone live about it wildly.
All right, I can give you a breakdown. I don't even know where to start. What's the last thing you remember? Let's
I'm
start
gonna
there.
I'm gonna jump down while you give your breakdown.
Okay. Natty used to be True Color Spitfire Nana. See, there's a good example. I usually call her just Nana. This is a good example of somebody I would use the last part of the name. Oh, now that I'm on my computer again. Do, 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 do. Man, Buttercup, you are up early or up late. No, they are not a Paige fan, Natty Joe. They used to be my mods. We used to be friends. And then we weren't. Because everybody hates me because I'm the worst channel owner ever. $1,000%. Who's our cheerleader? Oh, pom poms. And they were saying pop pop last night. Confused the shit out of me. What the fuck was that noise? A bunch of channels were talking about a live where some creator had some DV going on. They heard it and someone called the police. Oh, okay. Yes, that was Mandy's channel. I remember hearing about that. I do not follow all of that, but I do know about that. I think this comment deserves to be pinned. Three Boy Mom says, I heard some crap about I'm not about drama from a creator who is about 10 shorts about Paige that are nothing but drama. So there is that. Oh, last you saw, Savage was getting attacked for an explanation on Tia's live? Yes. Okay. Since then, oh, I'm trying to think. Because again, everything feels like 20 years, right? Thank you, Miss Salty. I know, right? It is weird saying I'm so confused. Well, damn nail ladies. So since then, there was a live or two where KM started dropping information about people. And then I think it was the second live, she dropped court documents showing that I'm being sued by credit cards, except she said that I was being sued by Amazon because apparently I worked there and was stealing all the packages. I mean, the things that come in her head, I don't even understand. I just laugh thinking about it. And what was the other thing? There was something. Oh, my job. I was getting sued by my landlord. I'm like, what? Because I got evicted. That was the other thing. And that my job got served and Nick signed for the paper. Okay, so this is why I want to know where they get the information. Because how do they know who signed for the papers? That seems weird to me. I got to do a better deep dive of my own stuff and find out how they found out all this information. I just keep forgetting. So yeah, so 3,000 purple dildos. That's right. So we made the story that it was I stole 3,000 purple dildos. So yeah, so apparently she talked all about that. I keep thinking fleas are flying on me, guys. It's freaking me the fuck out. Like I'm just like I want to end the live just to vacuum. Um, oh yes, I have a job. I don't have a job, but I do have a job because they messaged my job. It didn't make sense. Um, I do not still hate jars at Amazon. That's I know, isn't that weird? Like it's so strange. So then there was another live that was made by someone who we believe to be Chrissy on a channel that we believe was Chrissy's that she made called $2 Hose. And the way it was spelled was all weird and crazy. I couldn't even begin to like tell you how it's spelled. But in that channel, they proceeded to try to dox. Well, they kind of did, but it was information that was public and already out there, which was about something that Savage went through about 5-6 years ago with her job, trying to say that she'd been fired from her job, which she didn't. She still works, for using her work computer, which was not the reason that whole thing went down. So, like 5-6 years ago, it was something else. It's just ridiculous. And then they actually put up documents of a woman they think is Allie Joe, but it's not. So that, yeah, that okay. So that's like that live happened, and they said they were going to go live, but they didn't. What they did was they kept the comments going forever, right? And they never really went live, and they were putting all the links in the comments, and then they went live and just sat there silent with the name Tori on the person up there, insinuating it was Vic or Savage. So after that, that very night, somebody commented on one of my, I think, community posts, and one of the mods noticed it and said it's a link to a Discord. And I said, oh, so I went into our we went into the my Discord, and I said, all right guys, stop playing your game. We're going rabbit hunting. And we all jumped in the Discord, and within like seconds, Chrissy shows up. Now we know it's her because it's her picture and it's her old name for her Let's Get Random channel. It says Lady Random. And then there's all these mods. And the name of the Discord was called correct, Miss Wildly. Because they did show an address, and I want to explain what I know doxing to be, but I'll do that later. Anyway, so it was called Fight Club was the name of the Discord. And Tina says $2 hose was ran by $2 hose. Tina, you made me laugh. So we all go into the Discord, and it's like they're mainly, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, so what's up? And they just start talking about weird stuff. And I said, this is kind of boring. Like, you got nothing to say. So then when Chrissy came in, of course, it got a little crazier, but she was just like yelling at people and whatever. And then I said, she goes, why did you exploit my daughter? And I'm like, I didn't exploit your daughter. And then she goes on and says all this stuff. And I said, what I did, or I said, what I did was put a video to show proof that there's a connection that you said there wasn't. And then I said, and she's like, well, why'd you do that? And I said, well, because you were going around telling everyone that I did all these things I didn't do and put money on this guy's books. And she straight up said, and I have a screenshot, I never said that you put money on his books. I said people told me that. I was like, oh, well, I'm glad we got that cleared up. Then she proceeded to yell at Lissa for another hour, saying all the things that she accused me of was accusing Lissa of, except for the parts about spreading the information. Which was funny because Lissa had admitted that she had already done some of that stuff, which wasn't like crazy. But she accused me of going in the Discord and getting all that information and whatever and talking shit about her, I'd never been in MBX's Discord. So she started yelling at Lissa about it for like an hour. Then we left. Like we're like, screw it. Oh no, I got booted. No, you're not blocked, Crazy House Saloon. I see you. I got booted because I blocked all the mods. And they're like, you better unblock Rose, whatever it was, Rose Petal. And I'm like, what do you mean? I've blocked all of you. I just then hit the button to see what you guys say. And then they booted me. And then they let me back in the next day after I unblocked all of them. And the next day is when it got real bad. Then everybody was in there fighting all day and I was at work. So I would only go click in and out. And I got to a point where some shit was going down and I didn't see it, but I was responding to something in there because somebody had said something about how they believe they're of the thought that because she knew the gentleman that was in her home that may have or may have not done something to her child, tried to do something to her prior or did do something to her prior. So they believe that she allowed a predator to stay in her home. And I said, I'm not of that thought process. I don't think any mother wants to put their child at that risk. And if they do, then that's a whole nother conversation, a whole different type of conversation. And I was like saying that I wouldn't want to ever wish that on anyone. I'm not going to blame Chrissy for that. That's not the way I think about it. So I then had to go into a meeting. I came back. I'm trying to scroll through all this stuff to see like what's been said, because now there's like 7,032 more comments. And I can't even get to the part to see where people actually responded to me. And then all of a sudden I put my phone down again because somebody came in my office. And then 5 minutes later went back and I wasn't in the Discord anymore. So they kicked everybody. So I guess what happened, and I've seen the screenshot, so I know that it did happen, but there was a lot of comments about KM being a bad mom, not exclusively because of the situation that may or may not have occurred, but because of just in general, of all the shit that's gone on, spending 14 hours on lives, all the stuff. And none of them were talking about her daughter specifically or any of her children specifically, but from what I gathered, they were all like saying she was bashing them, saying things that weren't true. And a lot of them were going back saying, you're a horrible mother or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Well, in response to that, I guess she got to a point where she got pissed off enough to say something that I would never think any mother would ever wish on any child, especially if they're claiming that their child experienced this. But she wished not just SA, but something that rhymes with cape onto another person's child in very graphic detail. Like in the point where, like, insertion and wear. Let's just say that. It was gross. So I guess that's when they shut the whole thing down and literally kicked everybody out. And then also earlier in that Discord, she did, I think it was earlier in the day or the night before. I can't quite remember because it feels like it's all one day. But I do know that she was telling Heather, because I saw that Heather killed her mother, she murdered her mother because she gave her the wrong medication that she was on for months. And that's not how it happened. Heather's mother died from taking the wrong medication, absolutely, but it was for a cold or bronchitis or something. And they had given her somebody else's medication by accident. Heather picked it up, gave it to her mom. She was 17. Her mom was an adult. It's not like she was handing her pills because she couldn't do it herself. And so, yeah, exactly. Or Heather, it wouldn't have, it was ridiculous. And so, was it 30 or 60 minutes before they shut it down? See, I don't know, because to me, I was doing 40,000 things at work, Lissa, so I don't even remember, or I don't really know. I just know that for me, it was like suddenly. So, and I never saw that comment until I saw the screenshot. I don't know, like, if it was like the regular mods didn't know what to do, and it was the Fight Club master, whoever that person was, who decided to shut it down because of that comment. But from what I understand, there are a few people that still support KM after everything that she's done in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, which, they may say, oh, I read her, domestic violence court documents. That was in November last year. I've apologized 3 times. Like, when is that ever going to be enough? Okay. They can say it's because I made that video. Once I realized that I did say the word daughter in there, I did edit it and change it so that it did not reflect on her children. I'm not saying that I'm perfect or that I always do the right thing, but I will take into account some things, especially if I feel like they're making a good point. However, going on and on about who accepted my garnishment at my old job and who, that all these people I'm being sued, and by who, which, for what reasons, which weren't accurate. And then trying to attempt to dox Allie Joe, and then kind of dox Vic, and then create a Discord where they actually threatened us, RAPE on another child, or not threatened, but I don't know if it's a threat or not, because it's not like she's doing it, but wished upon, I guess that would be the best word, wished upon that on another person's child. And then, telling somebody that they killed their mother. Like the crazy extra mile that she always goes on everybody and exaggerates to every level. It was pretty intense. And then last night, I don't know if you saw the live last night, of course, a lot of her ex-followers were on, kind of talking through all that. So that's kind of a sum up of all that crazy that's happened in the last 2 weeks. Now, we're still trying to figure out, I'm pretty sure that it's been told to me that it definitely was Chrissy that made the YouTube. And that Trish and I think Megabucks, because Megabucks admitted it, were mods. As far as any other mods on that channel, I don't know. So it was, which I knew it had to be Trish because, she never showed up last night. Then, thank you, Magical. And then we still don't know about the Discord, but the idea is that it's new and old people, but more old, because there was a lot of insinuation in the Discord that Truthy and his wife or girlfriend came back to right wrongs, which, if you don't know who Truthy is, Truthy tried to fake his suicide because he was tired of people harassing him, supposedly, but he was a horrible person who did horrible things to people. So I don't know. I don't know if it was Brubra, the person or the people that I've been talking to today. I don't want to say it's a person because it's not. Confirmed only 3 people. They confirmed it was Mega, Trish, and the one that was playing Vic was Chrissy. You don't know that, Nana, oh no, you're saying he did fake a suicide. I thought you were saying he did, asking the question. So yeah, we don't know. There was, I think, 1 or 2 more mods in, because there was a lot of sock mods. I don't remember who was who. I can find out later. But Trish is trash. That's right, Lissa. So that's where we are on that. Now, my understanding is that Twin Mama and Roxy still support KM and believe that the way she acted was based off trauma and a trauma response. And I feel that's extremely funny, considering both of them, well, at least definitely Twin Mama, has seen Chrissy at her worst off and on. Oh, is it? Okay. All right. Hold on. I was really hoping Allie Joe would be here, but she's not here. Um, Hi, Natty.
Hello.
What the fuck was I just saying? Because I got sidetracked by flea tick timer. Um, so like all of that crazy got like they're now saying that's what I gather now. I don't know if it's accurate or true. They can totally say it's not if it is, but my understanding is that they still support her and say that it was a trauma response. But you know what? One of those persons that I just named literally freaked the fuck out on myself and Ella because she told somebody to jump off a bridge after they called her inbred. So, trauma
Paige.
response, huh? Yes.
Sorry to interrupt, but it's time for flea medicine.
I saw. I just was trying to finish my thought.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. So if you guys want to talk for a minute.
Natty Joe, tell me a story.
Girl. Okay. Oh my. All right. So my first mistake was I did not catch the first part. Well, the first, I don't know how long of Paige's live last night before I ended up on panel because my narrative, not my narrative. I'm so sick of that word anyway. My, take and also my questions that were directed at those ladies would have been a lot different. Because then I went to watch Twin Mamas and I'm like, I'm confused as all get out. I noticed that it looked like they had went live before Paige did. And I know Heather was in there, not crippled Heather, but I'm sorry, I hate using she was in there before she was in there in that live in Twin Mamas live. And then I had heard something at the end of Paige's live last night about how KM was in there. So of course I'm thinking, why are we rubbing elbows with KM when you just got done saying you're scared to death of her on a panel, on Paige's live? So I missed the whole front end because I didn't come in till after midnight my time, which is Eastern Standard Time last night. I didn't come into here, into Paige's live until after midnight. So I missed like the Savage confrontation with, Goose and all that stuff. I missed all that. And I wish I wouldn't have. And I wish I would have had all that perspective going into me coming up. But my question is, number one, why are they okay with Meg still after all these allegations that have basically that she was part of that $2 hoe bag situation and doxing and everything else? Why are they still okay with that? And yet they're over here saying how remorseful and just everything. I'm just confused.
I have the same questions. And Mega was in the chat over here yesterday.
Mm-hmm. I did see that.
Yeah.
My understanding, though, is that they didn't know that AYB and Twin Mama were supporting KM.
Well, okay, and that's why I clarified in the comments first. Like, okay, are they anti-Page? Because it was seeming to, because Jay Money and I were watching it last, after you got done with the live, and
right.
I was like, wait a minute, does this sound to me? We were both kept asking each other back and forth. We're like, wait, it sounds like they're supporting KM. Then it sounds like they're supporting maybe.
See, I didn't watch it because I don't even know. Like, I know a lot of them came over here while she was still live, so I don't know.
Well, and did you notice that when we watched the replay of your live last night after we watched Twin Mamas, we went and watched the replay. Like I said, I only regret coming up on your panel last night because I wish I would have known what had happened before I got there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I would have had some different questions based on the fact that I was in the Discord with them at one time. You know what I mean? And I would have had a few different questions for them. But I didn't want to also reopen a can of worms that you guys had basically closed last night. And that's why I kind of hesitated after I said I was confused. Once you said that no, KM was not in there, and once you also said that they were not Paige supporters, I was like, well, I'm still confused, but I didn't want to open up a can of worms and start a bunch of trouble. That's not what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, no. My understanding is that they are not fans um, of K. I know they're not fans of KM, but I don't think that they know that they are. Do you see what I'm saying? Because they didn't really, and I didn't watch it. From what I gather, from what people have told me about last night's live, that they didn't talk about it, but they're hearing it through other media.
They were insinuating a lot. They were insinuating.
Oh, were they? Okay.
Yeah, they were insinuating, and that's where we were like, okay, wait, are they saying this about Paige or are they saying this about KM? Like they were insinuating things such as, and I'm not doing verbatim here, okay? But basically, like, so I'm not quoting.
I'm listening. I'm just going to give these dogs the medicine.
Yeah, I'm not quoting. So anybody that decides they want to come on panel and say that is not what they say, I'm just basically the overall take was that they said about the fact that, well, people need to know, they don't know what's going on other people's lives, and people are hurting, and the trauma, and people react to trauma differently. And so I was kind of like, that sounds like they're supporting KM. Well, then I'm thinking, why was Heather? Now, I will say that the chat was not available anymore. It wasn't available anymore. So only thing that was available was the live itself. So I didn't see that Boston was in there. I didn't see that Goose was in there. Can't confirm it. I just know that the only comments we saw were the ones that were pinned by Heather, by Heather. Heather Drizzle, sorry, or whatever it is. And so I was confused because I thought if you know that she supports KM, and she was kind of, again, alluding to that, then why are you then hopping over to Paige's channel and saying, we're just so over this, we're out, we're done, this, that, and the other. I just don't know why you'd go over to a page that still supports someone that you are traumatized by.
Trying to unmute. So I do believe that Trish knows, and Trish, obvious, because she was part of the live.
Trish was in that live. Trish was in that live as well.
Who was?
Trish was in.
Yeah. No, I know Trish was up there. But as far as the other girls, I don't know if they knew, because they're not as familiar with those two, except for when they were on Cam's panel, right? Or in the chat. So, and they haven't gone live a lot, so I don't think they're as familiar with their insinuations and their comments. And
I think you're giving them a little too much credit, but that's okay. I mean, I think you are, but that's okay. I just think that it's just weird. It's very weird. And then when I watched the front end of your live, like I said, after I came in, and we rewound and we went back to the front, which, thank you so much for editing the name of your live so that it deleted the chat. That was not helpful, Paige. But
it deleted the chat?
Yeah, it deleted the chat. I was like, J Money and I were both like, damn it.
No, it shouldn't. No, because I went back today and was looking at my chat. It just takes a while to upload.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
And
I went back today and I was looking at the chat.
Yeah, we were on it pretty quick because we wanted to see the beginning. And I'm like, damn it, I wish I would have known all this stuff was said.
Yeah.
Like Jill Jax was up there. I just wish I would have known all this stuff was said ahead of time, because I just would have directed my questions a little bit differently. And this isn't against Jill. This is the opposite. I just, it seems wishy-washy, fishy. There's just some things that I'm still a little confused about, and the timelines they were giving, that some timelines kept changing as to when I said, hey, when did you guys wake up? And then the whole thing of, well, we were afraid to leave because we were afraid of losing touch. There's like 532 platforms and social media apps you can go to connect on. You don't have to just connect on Discord. So it's not like you really can't. What's
Thank you
that?
for that, Maddie. Thank you.
Sorry, just I'm.
No, it's okay.
I just kind of, I'm like a call it like it is. I just don't, I don't fall for it. You know what I mean? Like if you want to say you stayed in there because you were wanting to hear the scoop or something, but I mean that was all.
Peanut butter all over my hands.
There's no way they didn't wake up until, I mean, one of them said they woke up during your video, okay, because of the video you put out, which that's way after she went cray cray, way after she started going cray cray.
Yeah. They said they had believed her. They were still believing her, but there were some signs. But it was like the video went out like 2 weeks ago. It was I don't think it was way after she. I mean, it was way after for me, but I don't know.
Well, way after in YouTube world. In YouTube world is way after. You know what I mean?
Because it was like I put the video up. I think maybe 4 days after she blamed me, maybe a week. I don't know.
Yeah,
it feels like it was further, but
yeah, it feels like it was further. And so, and then another one of them mentioned a different time frame. Another one mentioned a different time, and I thought, okay, like when I left alone, like a biggie girl. So like I went all by my damn self. And yes, I mean, and J Money knew I was leaving. She left a little bit later, and I mean literally a little bit later. Like I don't know the days, but it was literally days later. That's it. But she had already been talking to me about leaving. But I left, and then they're all saying they were scared to leave. And first of all, you don't show someone like Chrissy, you don't let her see you sweat, for one thing. You know what I mean? That's the wrong thing to do. Don't be up there going, oh, I'm scared. Is she going to do this to us? Is she going to do this to us? Like, that's what she wants to hear, is that people are afraid. Like, I am not afraid of her at all. But it's just the point of, why did your excuse, the only excuse of you not leaving was the fact that you were afraid of losing touch with the people that you were friends with in there. When there's a gazillion other ways, Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger.
Right. Like, why wouldn't you add, and there was a lot of things I wanted to ask about all that last night, but I also knew that this was their first opportunity to really talk about it all since Chrissy deleted another channel, and publicly is what I mean. So I figured, let them do whatever they need to do and say whatever they need to say and work out what they need to work out with whoever that needs it. My questions can come later at another time. Like, if I don't get the opportunity, oh well. But to me, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, but I agree. Like, to me, it's like, there's been plenty of times I wasn't making fun of you. It's okay. Anyway, she's upset because we were talking about the Wiz, because she wanted to know if because
they didn't know about Discord, Heather. That's the thing that she's saying in the comments. They could have made another Discord. It's free. But if you remember that I mentioned that or something about that, and the other Heather said, well, I don't know enough about Discord. I didn't either, to be honest. I did not know anything about Discord. So I can attest to the fact, but again,
yeah, I didn't know when I first got to a Discord how it worked at all.
Right.
So it doesn't bother me as much, but like, I've been like, there's people on lives that I'm always like, oh, I wish we could talk after. And then I can never get to them. And I'm always like, do you have a Facebook, an email, something? How, because so you talk and you figure it out, like how else you could connect.
Yes. And there's literally thousands of ways. So I just wish I would have geared some of those questions, but it wasn't an attack situation. But when I saw what they were saying in the front end of the live, like I said, before I came in, I didn't know all that content was there and those things were said, and I just would have directed things a little differently and had some other questions because of the fact that I was one of them at one point. You know what I mean? And like I said, why are they okay with Meg and they're still defending Trish and Meg, I believe, and things like that. And I
Yes,
don't,
because they don't.
that's
You
fishy
know,
to me. That's
a
fishy.
lot of people have opinions that like they think about Meg and they're like, oh, she's a coward because she's waiting till now. And I get everybody's opinions, but you know, like I also know that not everybody acts the same. To expect everybody to react and act the same or to be the greatest um is not realistic. And honestly, like if they can make amends and actually become better people from this, I don't really fucking care at the end of the day what they did or said or whatever. The same thing with Megabucks. Like if Megabucks really feels bad and wants to move on from this, then and she does that, that's great. Like to me, it's all bullshit. Like I totally like everybody will tell you that's been watching me forever. I'm like it's like it barely phases me. You know, like I laugh more about it than I get angry. But there are moments where I'm just like, oh, fuck. Like, it's just irritating. I really don't want Chrissy to come back because I feel like she causes so much heartache and pain and drama. And that's the issue. But none of these girls, um, like literally if they hate me, don't hate me, if they learn their lesson or not learn their lesson, if they know that they're supporting Cam or not, that's fine. Like they're gonna have to live with that, not me. I just wanted them to make peace with whatever. And honestly, like if everybody learns like from whatever happened, then they can move on. You know, that to me makes sense.
Well, another thing too.
Page or Crime Soccer, it don't matter. Love Evermore.
Another thing that got me, and you know, again, watching the replay that I didn't know going up on your panel was that
Cindy, that's not KM. That's me in grade 9. Sorry.
okay. Was that Heather was asking for receipts for proof that she had said
which we couldn't get because we know Chrissy deleted the whole damn channel.
But even so, I'm like, why are you asking for receipts? You're sounding kind of like the person you just left. So I just, those are just all things, again, I would have just brought up. I just wanted everybody to know that because I kind of feel like a fool a little bit. Not because I was nice or anything like that. And again, whatever they decide to do, they do. And I said at the end of the live, like, this doesn't mean that I trust everybody moving forward. Just saying, you know, like, I was trying to give that little disclaimer, but at the same time, her asking for receipts instead of just taking ownership when I have definitely heard her.
That was my biggest problem.
Yes, huge problem with like, basically say, show me, prove me, show me these receipts. Like, you said shitty stuff.
Not remembering one or two things, but like to pretend that the entire last 2.5 weeks, well, except this week, so 2 weeks prior, right, of the lives that she did weren't drama filled and hate filled. To pretend that they're not when you've been on panel the entire time seems to me like insanity. Like that you either are that you're lying because there's no way you don't remember any of it. I can understand not remembering certain things you've said. Like I have an iron steel memory, but when it comes to this YouTube world, and I don't know if it's because of the medium it is, because we're not all on camera all the time, or if it's because it's mainly just scrolling text and I'm not like, there's not a lot of frame of reference for some things. And if I'm doing 400 things, I'm not paying attention. Like, I don't remember everything that's said and done on a YouTube or in like type chats. But when I'm like in person in real life, like I can remember like almost everything. But I can tell you, if I was on a panel for like prime example, when we were going against Chrissy back in November, when she was coming at us like for a month and a half, and we finally got a channel and went at her because she was coming at us.
Oh, damn. Y'all been putting up with her for that long? Jeez.
Oh man, I've been dealing with her forever. So, do I remember every little thing that happened on that channel?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, absolutely not. But I do know it was crazy for the time that we did it, for the 3 weeks that we were on there battling it back. So it's just like, it was, like for me, I get that. And I do remember the specific things that I did, like,
Right.
like reading out her domestic violence records and whatever. And I don't need to go over why and what and whatever. Like it wasn't my finest moment. But the point is that like I remembered those pieces. So do I remember all the things that I've said or said to someone? No. But that was also November. And I could tell you that even in a week's time, I may forgotten some of the things I said. But I would still remember if I was sitting next to somebody, and I was sitting next to Callie while she was screaming crazy fucking shit at Chrissy, and knowing that I was sitting there co-signing it. That's it.
Yeah.
I know that I did. So
Yeah.
the point is like that's all she needed to really know. She didn't need to know
Yes.
exactly what she said, and like that was too much. Like I felt like I get that most people don't want to admit they're wrong. Like it's in our nature to want to not do that because it makes us feel bad. As human beings, it's very hard to say I'm wrong or to feel that we're wrong or feel that we're being doubted or looked down upon. Like it's a lot of uncomfortableness comes with that, right? So people immediately want to like go on the defensive. And I think that she's at a level, and I don't know how old she is, but she kept saying she was older.
She's in her 40s, just like me. And by now,
like me too. Then I'm 40. I'm
know,
43.
we
So
should know a lot more. And like,
that's
just
what I'm
to say,
saying.
like officially, Lissa, she brought up a great point. Why should I show you receipts of the horrible things you said, did, and egged on? No, ma'am. Fuck you. That is
Right.
my point. The burden of proof really was on her, not on Lissa, to say, here's your receipts. And furthermore, it's like, rather than making yourself look worse, because then it looks like a forced apology.
Exactly.
Just own the fact that you said some shitty ass stuff and say you're sorry. I don't believe it that I heard, and everybody can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe that I heard anybody say, I need you to specifically apologize for saying this, or this. They were
No.
just saying you did say some vile things. And
that's why I broke it down at one point. I'm like, look, it's not about like impact never or always outweighs intent. Impact always outweighs intent. It doesn't matter what your intent was, what you thought your intent was, whether you remember or not. The point is that you've hurt someone's feelings. Who gives a fuck what it is? Just say you're sorry. That's the point. Right? Like if it's something where they've done something to you and you've gone back and forth, then maybe it's going to be a little bit longer conversation. But these people that were up there did nothing to them. Right. They were just co-signing the crazy of Chrissy. Right. So that was the point. And I think Boston got it. I really do. And I think sometimes Boston I think that Goose did and didn't, but then at the end came around. And I wanted to believe that, that Heather did too, but I feel like it wasn't as genuine as the other two.
No, because even if it was genuine, she had said so much and needed receipts and all this other stuff that it made it look disingenuous when I went back and read and watched the whole live. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't catch all that. So I thought it was genuine because when I came along, you guys had all kind of calmed down and everybody had chilled out and everything a little bit more. But I didn't know all this other stuff had happened where she's basically demanding receipts and everything. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, of course you don't remember everything because there was a lot said. A lot. I watched almost every single live that Chrissy did. And I mean, I even told her in the email when I left, I said, I'll probably still catch some of your lives. And I was like nice about it then, about it. But I watched them and I saw when Goose sat up there and was just listening to the whole thing and just a lot and not saying a word, not calling her to task and saying, wait a minute, now, why are you saying this stuff? This isn't okay. Or at the very least, stepping down off panel, getting out of there, whatever. But I couldn't have done it. But I'm not trying to like be all self-righteous. I just think that the apology from Heather seemed very forced at the end now that I watched the whole live, because it was, like you said, I think Boston got it. Goose, if she didn't get it, she at least said, you know what, I'm just going to own this and apologize for it, so, and that was That was better. That was better than
Right.
being like, well, I need to be given proof of everything I said. It's there. That just seemed like, okay, now you've just made it to where people they're going to be like, did you apologize because you felt forced? Or did you apologize because, you know, you really meant it, you know? So
I think, I'm sorry, I'm answering J Money. I think the girls that were on last night, Boston and them, said that Boober left, but I don't know. And I don't know if she was part of any of that stuff. She could have been, but I don't know. Like,
yeah, because there was 3 mods mentioned at the end.
there was more than 3 mods on there, though. I'd have to go look at the screenshots.
Well,
that we
but
have.
no, but what I was talking about was when Goose mentioned about Meg. She said something about Meg, and then she said another mod that didn't ask to be wrenched, and then which.
Oh, yes, she was talking about KM's channel, though. We were talking about the hose channel, the
gotcha.
$2 hose channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, they're still saying be graceful to Meg when she was just on, I mean, saying some horrifying things on that $2 bag, hoe face, whatever. And I just, you know, but Meg doesn't have the guts to come up on panel. And if she does tonight, great. But I don't think she will. And it's because she'll feel attacked. It's not about that. It's just about if anybody, she needs to take a lot of, ownership.
Some people are more comfortable, like, you know, like being on panel is very scary for some people. I don't know, like, again, like this world is so different than the real world. My expectations of things are not the same. Like, to me, it's like I can listen, when I was being attacked constantly and being accused of things that I did not do, and then the few things that I would apologize for, I would never go on KM's panel, ever. I only said that I would either talk to them privately or never go on. And I have my own channel. Yeah. The reason why is because I knew them and I knew the environment that I was going to step in. And I know that Chrissy swears up and down, I would have never attacked you. Yes, I know you would have. Eventually you would have got pissed. And then the next day, no, I haven't found Allie Joe. I bet you she fell asleep. The next day, you know, she would have been talking mad shit. I just know how she is. So I refuse to even go on there. And to be fair, Mega doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. All she knows is what Chrissy's told her. And she doesn't. And yesterday, the goal was not to attack any of the girls that came up. But there was a lot of people with hurt feelings.
Right.
And I think that sometimes that energy needs to get out. But I'm of the mind that when it's me and I'm going with somebody, like, I rather deal with you one-on-one. We can do it privately in a StreamYard if you want, or on the phone if you can't do it in person. But I'm not going to do this shit on someone else's panel where it's this big fucking show, because we did that once and it still never stuck. I am still getting blamed for shit I didn't do and things that I've apologized for from Chrissy.
But see, that's on her channel. You're not like that, though. Like,
right. No, I know.
From what I've seen, you have not been like that. When people come up on your panel, you actually listen. You don't overtalk them. You know, you don't bulldoze them. You just you listen to what they have to say, you know, whether you agree with them or not. So that's different. You know, I understand why you didn't go up on hers, because I wouldn't have either. I didn't bother because I wanted to go up a couple times after Magical's live. And did you notice how they denied? I mean, Heather especially was like, I never have been on another panel ever. And then when I came up there and I reminded them, they're like,
what it was, they remembered.
They're like, oh, now we remember. It's like, but she was vehemently denying. I mean, I never have been on a panel. So I was like, okay. But you know, again, it wasn't really about dragging up the old. It was just about the fact that when I watched the front end of the live, it gave me a little bit different feeling on, especially Heather. I'll be honest. That it gave me a different.
Yeah, she was on the defensive from the get. Heather.
Yeah, instead of just taking accountability for it. And I think, and now I understand why Jill was upset. I understand why Savage was upset. It wasn't that I didn't understand before. I didn't know they even talked to her until I watched the live. I'm just saying that when I saw them come up on panel and the whole thing exchanged, I was like, no, I get why they're upset, because, you know, she's just, well, prove it to me. And this and that and the other. It's like, oh my gosh. Like, I saw her say many, many mean things. Boober was another one that went, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
I mean,
Boobra.
so hard. She was in her
It
and
was Boobra. It was mainly Boobra and Trish and Heather Dizzle
yeah.
that were on her panel most of the time talking mad shit.
Yeah. And Goose went into BX's videos on KM, and she was going hard in the comments of the videos that he posted, and
Yeah, I
really
only remember Goose
defending.
a couple of times. But what's weird is that I was telling the girls this today. For whatever reason, when I was looking at Goose's picture yesterday while she was on my live and listening to her voice, I'm like, I know this girl. Like, I feel like I've known her before all this. Like, either we knew each other in person, or she, like, because I used to live in Florida. I don't know if that's where she lives. Like, I don't want to talk to anybody, but like, I just feel like I know this person from somewhere else, and I can't figure it out, and it's driving me crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I used to live in Florida. We might know each other.
You never know. You never know. It's a crazy world.
I lived in Sarasota, Florida.
I did not live in Sarasota. I lived in Orlando and South Florida, but I did when I was a kid. But I lived there off and on for years, and I lived here for 15 years. Moved back to Florida for 13 years, and then came back. So
yeah. So I mean, Heather says, you know, well, reach out to me, this, that, and the other. No, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I don't want to buddy, because I feel out of the three that she was honestly, and maybe it's because of how she came at it in the front end of the live when I watched it. I feel it was very disingenuous. And maybe she buried herself on that, and unfortunately it's one of those we'll never know if it was genuine or not. But it just, I wish I would have caught it. And that's why I just was confused, was because I went over, saw that they were on this Twin Mamas live, was getting the idea that they were anti-Paige and pro Chrissy. And I'm thinking, again, we all had said, like, everybody can go to anybody's live. Nobody's saying you can't go to anybody's live. But for them to just come right onto your panel after being over on a anti-Paige channel, and to come on your panel, I don't know. It just seemed weird. So
it did. Love Evermore. Do you want me to just be you and I up here?
I mean, it's up to you.
No, it's up to you.
I'll get off. I'll climb off. I pretty much said everything I needed to say. So it's
I probably won't be on for that long because this is like extremely uncomfortable for me.
It's okay.
I'll climb down. Thank you.
All right.
Paige.
Thanks, Natty. Yeah, I know. I understand. I appreciate you coming up. You definitely didn't have to, but
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody even knows who you are. I do, but I don't know if
I figured you would. I mean, I basically, like, I just wanted to vocalize how sorry I am for my involvement in everything that has happened. And I also kind of want to know what you guys meant, what I said in that live that was so horrible.
I honestly, I don't know. I don't ever remember you going, oh, you mean in the $2 hose thing?
Yeah, because I made it a point.
No, because I only was paying attention to like the main person and like one other person.
I made it a point to not even say anything. And then like by the end, everyone was just kind of like fucking around with each other and joking around. So I was just kind of going along with that and shit. But I mean, if anyone has screenshots, I'd like to see them. And if I
somebody did send me a whole bunch of screenshots that I have not looked at. So hold on, let me see if I can figure it out real quick.
Yeah, if you could just like email me those, I would appreciate it. I mean, I think from like what I've said to you lately, you must know like how shitty I feel about everything.
I think that it's hard to realize what you've played a part in sometimes, and everybody deals with that differently. So yeah, I mean, I can understand exactly how horrible you feel. All right, I can imagine, because there were times where I felt that horrible after dealing with, like, just from some of this shit Callie used to say to Chrissy, even though I freaking hate Chrissy. But even just in that general, like, thing, there were some things I just didn't like, and I felt really bad about it. Like, there was a time where HAC and I were having a problem, and I literally felt so bad, even though, like, my intentions to her weren't to be hurtful or mean. And there was a lot that she was lied to about that led up to, like, some of the stuff. So I had wrote her a long email, and explained to her, what exactly, like, went down, not to give myself excuses, but to give her the real truth, show her some of the stuff that was being lied to her, and then, gave her the best apology that I could through email. But I felt horrible because, she was going through so much emotionally and psychologically from just some of the things that had happened. Even though I wasn't playing that big of a part in it, it was made her to feel like I was, and that didn't matter, again, whether I did or not, right? Again, impact does not outweigh intent. I mean, impact does outweigh intent. I don't know why I keep saying that backwards, but so it's just, I think that, and I can tell you that some of the old mods of Chrissy have even said, like, hey, we were there, maybe we shouldn't be so judgmental, and I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you understand, because this chat doesn't really seem to.
I think some people are just upset and hurt.
Yeah, I understand that.
And again, everybody, deals with things differently. So, like, some of them may be judging you because of how they would handle it. Not everybody handles things the same way. I can't, like, to me, regardless of everything that's happened, you still didn't write a freaking comment that threatened to or that wished essay on another child. So
No.
to me, it's like nothing can compare to that.
Yeah. And I mean, these people that are saying I'm not accepting responsibility, like, I feel like I've been trying to, and, like, I don't know what
I just
to say,
think that
what
they
exactly they're expecting.
I think they just want, I just think that they want you, like, like the whole point we were trying to make to Heather last night was, it's not about exactly what you said or did, like, because how can you remember everything anyway? It's just the point of, saying, that you do, like, you're sorry and you really mean it, because that you don't want to be that person that hurt people, and you don't want to, whatever. It doesn't matter what was said or what was done. It's just that you recognize that while partnering with that person, you hurt people, and that's, I think, at the end of the day, what everybody wants.
Exactly. And, like, there was so much shit, like, I don't remember half of it, and I truly apologize for all of it. And I mean, I'm done with it all. I'm not in contact with any of those people anymore, and I'm done.
I know, and it's hard. I mean, I don't know. I didn't know that you came from the Ashy Cat community. I could have sworn you were a mod before all that for some reason.
No, I've only been a mod for a few weeks. Like, right after all the old mods were kicked.
Oh, really? Why did I think you were a mod before that?
No,
I don't know.
Wasn't.
Maybe I'm confusing you with another person's name, because you know how there's a lot of similar names sometimes.
Yeah.
That could be it. But what? Natty Joe says, I didn't realize Meg had been talking to you behind the scenes. Now I'm really confused. By email since last night, not behind the scenes, guys. Just like 2 emails. Not the end of the world. Like, I don't know what that means. Like, it's a conversation. She just wanted to talk to me about her coming up here, and I told her if she was comfortable. It's basically it.
Yeah.
KT's here. I didn't see that. Can we just hold the mean comments right now? Yeah. Thank you, Miss Wildly. I know people are upset, and I get it. And there a lot of shit happened, and the real person that we need to be our anger should be at the most is Chrissy, because at the end of the day, she lied so much. And yes, we want everybody to learn from this and know that they've got to consider what they're being told and double check it and whatever. But, like Heather's probably the best example of that, because Heather was one of the biggest cheerleaders of Chrissy for almost 10 months. And so, Jill, why are you so mad?
I don't know. I mean, I explained to Jill and Cash's mama like that whole situation, why she was mad. Heather saying that I was a mod before she left. Yeah, like they were still mods when I became a mod, and like all the new ones. And then like a day or two after, they all either like left or were kicked or whatever. But yeah, I'm getting really uncomfortable, but I just wanted to come up here and like kind of, because I know people wanted to like hear me say sorry instead of just typing it, and I hope that like at least someone, like it reached somebody that cares.
No,
But
and I think
thank
it's
you.
just, people are hurt and upset. And I think Jill's biggest issue, and I don't want to speak directly for her, but I do know like one of the things she was really upset about was the whole like giving money for a coffee machine or something, and never knew what happened with it. And
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know if
they
she
got.
feels that you're part of that or not part of that. I don't know.
If you want to know about the coffee maker, the person did get it a couple days ago.
Oh, did they? Okay,
Yeah,
well, that's good to know that that actually
yeah,
happened, because that was one of the things that was upsetting some people, because Chrissy's very notorious for not doing the thing and keeping the money.
right.
So,
No, the person that it was for messaged us and said like, "Hey, I got the coffee maker. I'm so happy." And yeah, that went through and everything. But I'm gonna jump off. Thank you for letting me come up and like not being judgmental or whatever. And yeah, thank
oh
you.
yeah, no, you're welcome. I'm sorry, guys, if that wasn't what you exactly wanted, but I don't know. I don't know now. What's going on? I'm looking at Jill. You're a woke bitch. Are you talking to me? I didn't know people were cool with Meg now. No, it's not that. I don't know Meg. I don't know a lot about what happened over there. The only person that I literally know that did stuff primarily were who I saw on panel the most, which was, and again, I didn't watch all of her lives because I never did, was Boobra, Trish, and Heather Dizzle, right? And that's primarily like the people that I knew the most about. That's why last night I was really wondering where, more than Megabucks, where Boobra and Trish were. But as far as Meg, I don't know Meg. It's not about me being cool or not being cool. Again, I don't live by these rules that like I have to be a dick to somebody just because like somebody else is mad at them. I don't live by these rules that like if Heather's mad at somebody, it doesn't mean that I'm going to have to be mad at them. I don't even know, like, I don't really understand all that's happened with all the people. What I understand is what happened with Chrissy. That's like the main thing for me. go Jeepers comment here. I think that I get that people are hurt, and I get that sometimes was lied to. Okay, all ends and have no respect for anyone anymore. Is she talking about me? I definitely did not lie to you, Jill. Savage Cabbage. I'm really confused by what's going on in this chat now. I mean, I agree. At least she came on panel. I mean, it may not be the exact answer or the way you wanted it to go down. But again, you know, sometimes in life we just got to take what we can get and try to not let these people make us feel worse about ourselves and move on from that. Like, don't give somebody that much power that they can affect you that much that you will just like freak out. You know, like we get upset, but don't get that emotional and that upset. That it changes your thinking. Wait, what does Savage do? Now I'm confused. Banana, you could be the new Chrissy. Click the link.
What happened?
I don't
can't see the chat.
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm looking.
Sorry.
Why are you sorry? What did you do?
Well, I mean, she didn't want to come up on panel last night because she didn't want to be attacked.
Right.
Is what I was gathering of what I've seen at the live so far. And even though nobody was up on panel with you guys, every comment that was coming through was something attacking her. And all I could...
I tried not to focus on the comments.
Yeah, but if she's not usually on panel, and I don't know if she is or not. I was basing that off of someone that is not on panel. All they're going to look at is the comments.
Right.
So I was just like, let's just keep them in comments while she's up there. Because if y'all are wanting to ask questions, this is not the way to get it out of her. Because she's just going to hop off.
Right, because it's intimidating, and it's like you putting somebody. It's like I said on why I never went on Chrissy's, because I didn't want to deal with not only with Chrissy and her crazy, but all the comments of people making judgments and being mad at me when even most of those people weren't even involved in what was going on. Not saying that the people in the comments here weren't involved at some point. I'm just saying that's where I stand on that.
Absolutely. I mean, it seems that there's a lot of hurt going around, and I probably don't have a lot to stand on right now because I'm not involved in any of it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want an apology, you got to give them a chance to say it. I mean,
everybody knows that Cash and Mama, can you check on Jill?
And I hate that she got that upset.
She's been upset the last couple of days. She's got a lot of hurt feelings right now, and I get it. But I don't know why she thinks I lied to her, so I'm a bit confused about that.
Well, I think who said you've been talking to her behind the scenes.
That was Natty who said
Okay,
that.
so I think when you read that, it may have set her off, and that is just my assumption.
I mean, it was 2 emails. Like, I'm not allowed to get an
I
email.
don't think
from
it's
someone.
behind the scenes.
One of the emails was for Savage, right?
I mean,
because
right.
Savage wanted to ask her a question, and she asked it to her, and she responded by email, and I sent it to Savage, and Savage could confirm that. The second email was responding to me when I was asking her about, because she said she was extremely overwhelmed and upset and felt like, everybody was against her. And I said, well, you could have came up on panel, and if you want to let me know what's going on, whatever. And she just didn't want to do that at the time. I was really surprised she did come up, but that's it. Like, it wasn't like we were co-conspiring. There was no conspiracy against anybody.
I mean, that would be my definition of behind the scenes. But I guess other people's definition could be different. I mean, that if you take
I don't know. Is that behind the scenes? Like, to me, behind the scenes is like people like conspiring against each other.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what I would think of.
Yeah.
Not a 2-minute Facebook conversation.
It wasn't even Facebook. It was email. It wasn't even Facebook. It was email. So.
Ella, did she really?
What happened?
I was reading the chat. Hey, Savage.
She
needed
left
you earlier because you're the best at recapping, and I needed to recap which page you did great.
I tried. I'm really shocked that she's that mad at me, and I don't even know why.
Well, she reacted. She didn't wait to respond.
Not for the last few days. It was literally one last night and one today, because the last night one I didn't get till this morning and gave it to Savage. Because it was for Savage. Wait, I could be wrong. Did I send it last night? I don't even remember. I'm going to go look. It was at 6:59 this morning.
Can we get true answers to questions yet?
Yeah, there was people are making this way bigger than it is. When, first of all, I don't owe anyone a fucking explanation about anything. Okay, when it comes to who I talk to and what I do, that's ridiculous. I don't expect anyone else to do that. Why would anyone expect me to do that? Third of all, I'm not plotting with anybody. I'm not doing anything. Savage asked me if she could give Mega my email address so that Mega could tell her something. I did that. I gave it to Savage at 6:59 this morning, and then I responded back and about how she's feeling. Does she know anything? She could always come on panel, blah, blah, blah. And then the next thing. So seriously, guys, it's that much. It's just stupid. So the fact that I even have to explain it.
Well, I think that officially Alyssa is asking Love Evermore, can we get true answers to questions yet?
No, I know that. I'm just saying in general, because I think Jill got off because left our Discord because of that. And that's, to me, is ridiculous. And I know she's hurt, but she has no reason to be mad at me. And I didn't hurt her feelings. This is not one of those situations where I did something to her that I need to acknowledge. I didn't do anything to her. I was living my life, doing what I was doing. Nothing to do with Jill.
Is Jeeper said she's just extremely hurt from the whole situation, says she is still sensitive over it. Everyone reacts
Correct.
differently when they hurt.
Exactly. She does. And but what's interesting is we were just talking about all this stuff today about how different people react, and you know, regarding like all the stuff, like, and how we understand that people do react, but like don't ever think that I'm a bad person and like run. Like that's one thing I don't like. Like I was using examples of some of the other people that just literally threw me to the wolves because they believe something else or just jumped the gun. And like, to me, that's so overly emotional that if you can't control your emotions on a regular like that, that's hard for me, because like you can be upset, but she's been upset for 2 days, right? And that's totally fine. We've been all talking today. Everybody was fine. There's been no major crazy drama. We do this live. She's upset now that apparently that I had 2 emails with Mega and let her on panel. I don't understand that. So if I'm the bad guy, guys, I'm just going to have to deal with it, because we know it's all my fault.
That's all your fault.
I mean, that's why I got like those emojis on the Crime Stalker channel. It's all my fault. I even have them in a Discord too. I'm just confused what they're talking to Sat. Like there's 3 different conversations going on right now.
Let's see. Dorothy said the fact is Chrissy's channel was gone. They trusted her and thought she was well-meaning. They thought she was a friend, and that I can't hold that against anyone. Savage said, Dorothy, that's a cop-out.
Who's... Hey, Dorothy thought who was a friend?
I guess the mods and people that were supporting Chrissy at that time trusted her and thought she was well-meaning and that she was a friend.
Yeah. No, that's true. To a degree, that's true.
Then Dorothy said at Savage, what about that as a cop-out? They trusted her. Maybe, I don't know, some of the things they did. Did they target you?
No, that was specifically KM.
And Love Evermore.
Oh, I'm going to go look at those screenshots. Maybe they may be gone. But that
Love Evermore said she's sorry for bringing you trouble.
Girl, it's not your fault. Don't take you. No, you're not going to take responsibility for that, because I willingly like gave you my email. Chill, like that. If that breaks a friendship, then I can't do that friendship. I don't think it will. I think Jill will be fine.
Heather.
But yeah,
I thought that's what you would say, but I didn't want to answer for you. And Cabbage. Savage Cabbage is not new. She's been around. I'm Carrie.
You know Carrie. You've seen her around. She's wildly in the chat.
Yeah. I mean, I've been around for quite a while. I'm just not normally this vocal. Oh, hey. I'll turn my camera on and say hey. Hi.
I don't even know what that means.
But what screenshots are you going after? People were confused while you were looking for screenshots on why she was asking you about screenshots.
Oh, yeah, the screenshots from that crazy live. People got them.
Okay, they were wondering. They were getting a little defensive, maybe not defensive, but getting a little irritated as to why she would need screenshots. They were confused about that.
I think because she's saying that she's apologizing for everything that she's done with Chrissy, but I don't know. I'm tired of explaining it for everybody else. I feel like I'm just going to let everybody else figure it out. I'm really tired of like interpreting everybody else's feelings. Nalu, stop whining.
We just need to not react and walk away.
Oh shit.
Make you do shitty things to people if you. That's I need that on a sign. Savage, someone cannot turn you into a shitty person if you were already not a shitty person. No one can make you do shitty things to people if you don't already do shitty things to people. I need that on my bumper of the car.
I mean, I do shitty things. I've done shitty things to people. So,
Well,
like,
I mean, I think we all have at some point in our life.
I think we're all fucked up and we're all angels. I think that we're more than one thing to a million different people.
But there's a difference in people that do shitty things, shitty people that do shitty things every day, all day long.
Right.
versus
And I think what savage is not problem, it's probably the wrong word.
people that do shitty things and don't take accountability for them and can't say they're sorry.
Right. I mean, like, for real, like the whole live, like I think the issue is regardless of whether Mega was in the live saying whatever or not saying whatever, I get what she's saying. The point is she co-signed on that live by participating in it, them doxing. Well, doxing or not doxing, because it was a news article that they sent, from what I gathered from the links I saw. About something that happened 5 or 6 years ago in Savage's life at her old job, but co-signed that, and that's the problem. And I could be wrong. Maybe that's not what she's feeling, but I feel that to me it feels like that's the issue. Like she sat there as a mod on that channel, knowing full, because it was about. The picture on the freaking live was about Savage. Like it had, so that I understand Savage's upsetness especially when it comes to that part. So I think that's what she's expecting from Mega when it comes to that, right? Because it doesn't affect me that Mega did that. It pissed me off that it was they were all involved, but I'm not the one who got hurt there, right? Like, so it's definitely more important to Savage and to Allie, even though Allie didn't get doxxed because that wasn't even her. It's so fucking ridiculous. But the intent to like make a mockery out of them because they're mad because I pulled court records from what, like, you're mad at me for exposing the pedophile in the thing because I connected him to the cop. So you're attacking other people that have nothing to do with that. I'm more mad at Chrissy for that, right? So like she's attacking other people for that reason. And then it's just ridiculous. It's like the whole fucking thing is ridiculous.
But Savage was
like, I don't know if I'm upsetting people tonight, and I don't mean to. I'm just trying to be me, guys. So, and that usually gets me in trouble anyway. No, hold on.
But Savage, I mean, I heard her say this not so long ago. I think it was in the same live that she got so I mean, I wouldn't say brutally, but very, very attacked in about what the actual. I mean, they certainly did need to look up the definition of an exploitation. But she had a soft spot for Chrissy. So I'm just, and you can't answer this. Nobody can answer this. But why her? Why retaliate against you, but go after her?
Savage?
Yeah.
Oh, most likely because Chrissy just attacks whoever. I think it partly had to do with the fact that she was on Tia's panel getting frustrated because they didn't understand what exploitation was. And then partly because Savage stopped talking to her over all the bullshit. And also
Don't blame her.
partly because Chrissy's a horrible person.
Well,
There's a lot of parts to that.
we've known that for quite a while. And Savage, you're absolutely beautiful.
Where the hell?
Inside and out.
All right, I gotta take this dog outside. She won't stop whining at me. And I keep feeling like there's fleas all over me. Don't like it. All right, hold on one second. Who wants to come up on panel and entertain everybody for a second?
I'm not up here by myself.
I knew that you were going to want to be there.
Savage, it's your turn.
Where is? Oh, I think I left them in the car. All right, hold on, Melvin. Oh, look. Oh, here she comes to save the day.
Bum bum.
Hey, Ella.
Hi. Okay. So, I see something from Love Evermore that I wanted to address. So that's why I came rushing up here. She says, I understand why Savage hates me, and there's nothing oh wait, that's not what I wanted to address. And she's like, I want to see what people are saying I said in that live about Savage because all I remember is playing along with jokes other people were making that had nothing to do with her. Oh. I mean, I can't speak for Savage, but I think it's the fact that you were in the live and in the live to begin with, and being a mod. And I'm guessing that you like, did you know about the live beforehand? Okay. I think people just, instead of like wanting to know like what you said, which I understand that you want to know what was said, but and I can't tell you how to apologize, but I think just apologizing for being there in the first place, because you knew, because now you realize that it was wrong. Like I'm not up here to harp at you. I've made mistakes. We've all made mistakes. I yeah. Yeah, and I mean, and really Savage is probably the best person that could speak on what she would need if she feels like she needs more from you. Savage says, I'm a single mom of 3. Your friend plastered my information online, so any weirdo who hates me can contact me or my job. You're damn right, I'm mad.
I can't say I wouldn't be either.
No, yeah. No.
That's I think you're right, Jeeper. I think she is a manipulator and is very good at it.
And I feel, yeah, that what happened to Savage is very dangerous. And what they potentially were trying to do to Allie if they had the right person. I mean, but they put the wrong information out there. So they doxed an innocent person who isn't even a part of the YouTube world that we know of. And that is so dangerous.
Yes, it is.
I feel like I'm on a high horse, and I'm sorry. I don't know who WTF is. Paige is outside.
You don't know who is?
Check private chat.
Oh. I know what it stands for. Oh.
Oh. My bad.
I think y'all were within seconds of each other.
Huh?
Y'all were within seconds of each other. That
Yeah.
was funny.
Sorry, guys. Lana's in the backstage.
Waiting
Waiting.
patiently.
Yeah, Lana, you're gonna have to continue waiting.
They can be held accountable. You're right, Melissa.
Yeah.
Must have from an early age choose your company wisely. That you will be considered guilty by association if you hang with the wrong people. It's not a bad thing to start teaching young.
No, it's not. I mean, I'm we are horrible. Paige needs to come take her live back. I can't do drama. I
Aren't we all adults? Well,
I
it
mean,
depends on the day.
Rain Baby, I mean, you're asking me.
For me, it depends on the day, and if I've had a couple of drinks, I may not be considered an adult.
Hi, Snacks. She says, "Hey, all you beautiful people, except the people who have sudden onset of amnesia, you can screw off." Okay. Love Evermore. All I can say is I've learned a hard lesson. I'm weak and I'm sensitive. Make fun of me all you want. It's no excuse, but I'll never ever be involved in some shit like that again. Love Evermore. I mean, I'm not gonna make fun of you for that. I mean, I'm sensitive as well. And I wouldn't call yourself weak. I don't see that as weak. But that's nothing to make fun of. I mean, I'm sensitive as well. Yeah. I mean, stuff happens, and I think all you can ever do is own up to your part in things.
Yeah,
I
a
don't know
lot
who
of people
that is,
don't.
but there's a what the fuck person.
It's it's Lana. She would like up
Oh, it's who?
Lana,
Oh,
Lana, Lana.
Lana
Savage,
Banana.
that's funny.
But anyways, love Evermore. As far as I go, I personally
What do you
won't
need?
make fun of you for
Oh,
any of that. But you're correct. It's not an excuse, and I really do hope that you've learned from this. That's all I can say on that. But, but that's all I wanted to do.
I want to know.
Well,
Paige, come take control of your life.
Crazy how Saloon said stepped away and just realized what Savage said they did to her. That is not okay, and no apology can excuse that behavior, and that's right. I mean, her job is her livelihood,
Yeah.
and I don't think anybody really realizes how powerful sitting behind a keyboard can be.
It's a lot. It's really easy to get on a keyboard and pretend to be somebody else. I see that it happens a lot.
I mean, the bravery they have behind a keyboard versus what they would go up and say to their face. I mean, I've just never been the type of person that I'll tell you online and I'll tell it to your face. That's just how I was raised, though.
Are you dressed?
Paige,
Sorry.
I thought you got attacked by fleas.
You got what?
I thought you got attacked by fleas.
Oh, no. I walked away because I was putting up stuff. But you want to hear something funny? I went into the Discord because we got these pets, and my fucking pet had fleas. And I was like, really? I had to go fucking take it to a vet and get a flea collar. I'm like, of course it would get fleas when I'm dealing with this shit in real life.
Well, I mean, Savage, you can take that two different ways. You can take it as you can take it one way. You can take it that they're too chicken shit to drag you while you're there because they're so damn scared of you because they're intimidated by you. That's the way I would take it if I were you. Even though that sucks that they waited until after you left. Because I know you would have been up there all in it.
Oh, Lana what's going on with Lana?
Lana's, I think, naked and going to show us. I really don't know.
No, it was just streaming. Like it was glitching.
Her mom won't work.
She'll be back.
Because she's going on cam.
Oh no, it wasn't even doing anything. It was just sitting there in circles forever. It was saying that it wasn't connecting on my end.
Oh.
So that's why I was like, what's going on? Okay, so I stepped away. Savage, are you mad at me? I just want to know. Why do I feel like...
I don't think Savage is mad at you.
But I ain't going to speak for her.
See, look what it does. Why is it doing that? I can't even hear you.
Her mic's not working.
Her whole thing's not working.
Savage, did we make you mad?
She's like,
I don't know, man. I feel like everybody's mad at me now.
what?
I'm on your panel. Obviously, I'm not mad at you.
I mean, you are always mad at me, so you don't count.
Who, me?
Yes.
Yes. You kind of are like a sibling now. Okay, are you back to control your live?
No.
Okay.
No,
Because
I
people
have no
don't want me
desire to
here.
control my life any longer.
Oh,
I
hold
give
on.
up.
Sorry. I didn't mean to shut you up. I'm
Why
sorry.
is that doing that?
Love Evermore says it seems like people don't want me here anymore because Savage forgave me, and I should take that and run with it. I appreciate that, Savage.
Why is it doing
That's
that?
true. Love Evermore. Is that what you were saying, Ellen? I'm sorry.
Oh, Savage, I love you.
What is Savage say? What did she say?
I'm not reading
I'm
it.
not reading that.
Oh, I see it.
All right.
Paige is getting complex up there now. Fleas behind her, chaos around her, and pissing off the world. I know. I'm the worst.
I didn't read that comment, Savage. But if you
You're
want me
not
to, I
anyway.
will.
Go
Yeah.
lay down.
I
Enough.
don't read all the comments. That's probably what Savage means. That I
No,
I
stop.
skip around.
Stop.
Uh-oh. We gotta
I'm getting
who's the boss
buckaroo
fight
my
in
shit.
comments.
This is your food. Eat your food. Stop eating Soleil's food. Because all she does is annoy me. There, eat your food.
Yeah, Dorothy. I think that's the gist of it.
In the nicer version, Dorothy, yeah. PG version.
The PG
Patty,
version.
don't be sorry. I don't think fences were really mended. I mean, I could be wrong.
Well, from what I gathered from what I've seen from last night, it was this side versus mods of hers.
So itchy.
Is that right?
Yeah, Savage. I tried reaching out to Jill. She's gone mute for right now.
Cash's mama also did. Let's give her some time. Maybe tomorrow she'll feel differently.
Yeah.
Dorothy, I know you girls all remember months and months ago when I called her out for faking cancer that Chrissy is not to be trusted and she will release all private communications.
What about private communications?
Okay.
Oh, I'm
I know
coming
you
back.
girls
I'm
all
looking
remember
at these
months and months ago.
screenshots. Sorry. I was reading these screenshots. I know your girls are all remember months and months ago called her a faking yeah.
Savage says, tell her I want to talk to her, please. Savage, tell Heather you love her.
Okay, Paige, a recap from what I got out of the chat. Savage is not mad at you. I think Jill is just super overwhelmed. Ella and I love you. And somehow I took over the world a few minutes ago, according to Discord.
Well, that's amazing.
Did you see that? It was really awesome. I did a countdown and it was time for me to take over the world.
Is that what that notification was?
Yes. I made a timer to count down until Lissa takes over the world.
So.
Oh man, and it just happened? Holy crap.
Did. That's why all of this is such a fucking mess.
Oh shit.
That's why Ella doesn't know what to do up here.
Yeah. I became important and then suddenly the whole world exploded.
That's crazy.
Oh. Is your mic working, Lana?
I guess not.
We don't have the spin.
Oh, I kind of hear you.
I think so.
Oh, there you are.
All right. I'm only staying up here for like
Just me too. I
2
don't
minutes, if
believe you're
that.
blocked. Okay, I'm gonna hop down. You have a party up here.
You're gonna hop down. All right, you do that.
Yeah, you have a party. I'm gonna.
Ella's like, I'm out.
I'm gonna hop down too for a little bit.
Love you.
I'm hopping down too. Bye.
What are you running away for?
So okay. So I'm looking at these screenshots.
I'm so
Whoever-
proud
Can I
of you,
stay up for a bit?
Savage.
What happened? So
Savage said, I just want it to be noted that I have a wrench and I haven't deleted one of Mega's comments just to be a bitch. Hashtag modding done right.
That's right, Savage.
Good girl,
Yes,
Savage.
Savage. Yes.
So, piss test. Okay, so there was Dirty Urine who had the truthy face, which makes me laugh.
Okay,
DI socks,
Paige.
piss test.
can I disrupt
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. What did you say, Banana? Is she gonna moon me?
Nana.
I see the top of your head. Oh,
I see
that
some
reminds
eyeballs.
me of a time when there was documents being read online.
I see eyeballs.
Oh, I'm muting. Oh no.
Are you gonna read about Michael Long?
Oh my.
Oh, I think she froze. Damn it. I think she's frozen.
That makes it even better.
You guys, if you weren't around there when Chrissy came to the, I'm having flashbacks. Savage says, when Chrissy came to the YouTube world, she was reading the Michael Long court documents online. She went and picked them up, and she sat down on her floor with her laptop, and you could only see like the top of her glasses to her forehead up. And I guess that's where the name Potato came from. I didn't even realize that. But
I remember that.
yeah, and so she read it like she did it for like 9 hours. I think it was her first live was like 9 hours. I didn't watch it. I watched the first 30 minutes and I was like, I can't do this.
Savage said, are you going to read slow and stupid too? Yeah, I'm going to pee my pants. Yeah.
Come here. Soleil, come on here.
She's still frozen?
Eat your food. Jesus. It's like a dance every fucking day. Start separating them with the thing. Anyway, I lost my phone when I did that. So while we stare at Banana's forehead in remembrance to the loss of Chrissy and 5 channels. Oh, shit. You did. You broke the net by going on Cam Punky. That's okay. Actually, I think it was because it was remembrance of Chrissy. But anyway, in this one screenshot, there's dirty urine, knee-high socks, piss test, and turds and shit. So I don't know. Somebody says your mom says they are far too scared keyboard warriors. And then Dirty Urine says, we know where you are. No worries. Get yourself wasn't that hard. Get over yourself wasn't that hard. Okay. Then Knee High Sock says, assumptions making you all look like asses. And then Piss Test says, I had a great conversation with Nick a few weeks back. I wonder if they actually fired her. Nick did say what I sent him he was taking seriously. So Piss Test is whoever was helping Callie. That's what I can gather from that, right?
Who named that?
And what's funny about it is that there was 2 Nicks. I don't know if both Nicks still work there, but Nick is the buying manager. He's not a manager of HR. He's not even in charge of anything. I don't work there anymore, so that's just keeps getting funnier and funnier. The director of operations already knows that this stuff is going on, so it's very possible he just told everybody to entertain it. Like, they know. I still talk to them. It's kind of hilarious. So then Turds and Shit says, you wear your work shirt on a live. I'm so confused. And I'm like, yeah, but those were my shirts from when I worked at that place. That doesn't mean that that's where I work now.
When you worked at Amazon?
No, when I worked at the other cannabis company. I used to work for another cannabis company before COVID.
I'm joking.
But then I got laid off right at COVID. And then I was laid off for a year and then got a job at another cannabis company because when you're in HR and you have that knowledge, it's rare, right? So when they all need HR, they try to look for people with experience. So, because there's a lot of compliance that goes along with it. So that's just funny. I just thought that was funny. And then let me see if I can find anything else. Then there is this one with Dirty Urine with the eyeballs, and then Knee High Socks with eyeballs. And then Dirty Urine says, with all those socks, you should go to www.onlyfans.com. And then Silly Sock says, at Dirty, laughing out loud. And then $2 hose laughed. $2 ass hose, sorry. And let's see. I'm just trying to find anything that means anything. $2 ass hose says, and then I said, I didn't know what doxing was, but I actually did because I was previously fired for it. Oh, she was acting like Vic. It's like, what? And then Piss Test said, did you learn anything from it? And then $2 ass hose says, no, because I did it again at my new job. Don't know what I did yet. Which makes no fucking sense. Oh, Savage, I didn't even know you went into that live. She says, I was never fired. It was an accusation. Government workers are accused of that often. I never have done anything or looked up information that I shouldn't. Way to spin it, though. And then she said, Chrissy, what's the point? Just curious.
Did Chrissy respond?
Huh?
Did Chrissy respond?
Is Chrissy what?
What'd you just read?
That was something that Savage said to Chrissy in the live.
Oh,
or in that live $2 ass hose live. That was not really a live.
That name.
And
Love,
then no
Love
good.
Evermore. People are gonna have questions and they're gonna ask you questions. And they're not like what Savage asked you. She wasn't attacking you. She was just asking you a question.
Like, that's an important question for her to be able to move past this stuff, right? Like, if you're really sorry, then you should be open to answering her questions and helping her, get past this. Because if you were part of it and you're really sorry, then help Savage put the pieces together so that she can move forward.
I mean, there's I'm not trying to attack or anything, but there's people that put
it's the same fucking
some
screenshot.
sensitive stuff out about her. And if it were me, I would want to know who I need to keep an eye out for. And you seem to be the only person that has that information. So she had a very valid question to ask you. I don't think she was being smart, or I don't think she was being a smart ass and asking you that question. I just had to put my 2 cents in. Sorry, Paige. Listening.
So yeah, so Piss Test says, I will give you a clue about who we might be. I haven't been around since Christmas time. Paige thought she really broke a case back then. Who am I? Trying to pretend they're truthy.
What?
Yeah.
Trudy, it was 6 months ago.
Uh-huh.
Paige.
All
Savage
right.
did so well. Like, she got so far. I applaud her for making it as far as she
Oh, she
did.
timed her out finally? Oh, no. Oh, well, it is what it is. I mean, she didn't block her. It's only 300 seconds.
Which is bad when you're somebody that's trying to fight and chat. I'm just kidding.
Then there
300
was something in
seconds is a
chat that
long
was
time,
called
man.
$2 Hose asked Purple, did you not read the article? And then there's somebody named which I didn't realize. And it says, I don't want a purple VV. Oh, and the Purple People Eater says, nah, Drought, don't worry about me. Your friends need a good wash. They need Roto-Rooter, not Summer's Eve. Oh, damn, Purple went at it. I didn't see that. There was Twin Mama and her message retracted. Twin Mama was definitely in there participating in that. And there's Chantel. Okay. It's nothing important. That was boring stuff. So somebody, no good lady, she went up and said, $2, I don't even know what you're speaking of. If it's what I think, the only person I remember speaking on children was KM. And then she said, because it's Chrissy, right? She says, even though she's not in there, it's Chrissy. She said, you sucked her in so much drama. That's why she left. That poor woman had a mental breakdown and was in a mental hospital. You should be ashamed. I have no idea who they're talking about. And then Turds and Shit said, Happy, please be original. You have 300 to come up with something. Oh, they met. Chantel got timed out. That's why they were saying that. I was like, what? And then this one says, oh, Silly Sack says, the Bad Girls Club is coming in with their conspiracy theories. Dirty Urine says, Ho call, where you at? And Knee Eye Sox says, my pH balance is on point. I don't know who the hell $2 ass hose is talking to, but she told somebody their socks are nasty and ugly. And then somebody came in as KM's dirty socks and says they are your socks. You own them all. And then Silly Sock says, because we don't know who KM is, because that was the thing. They're like, who's KM? Who's KM? And then KM Dirty Sock says, then why do you delete our timeouts or time us out? Anyone mentions her. That's sus. And then Silly Sock says, because this isn't about her. This doesn't need to go a different direction. Are you a slow learner? And then in fucking true Chrissy fashion, as $2 ass host says, do you have a reading comprehension problem? You know, if you're going to pretend to be somebody else, my advice is learn how to type like someone else.
You have to actually learn to be somebody else.
Right.
In all aspects.
Then she says, are you going to go call the cops on Chrissy? Someone go warn her. She's saying that about herself. She's so dumb. And then No Good Lady says, so brave ladies, after this, will you finally go away? And then Candy Kisses, whoever that is, says, does anyone here know this, Chrissy? Who swatted who? I'm so confused. And then Turge and Shit says, Chrissy Happy is going to call the police. And then Silly Sock says, why should we go away?
Jeeper said she's sure that Channel 6 is on the horizon.
Let's see. Then there's even Barb told me about you, Happy. Well, how would Barb tell $2 Hose anything if she ain't Chrissy? Like, it was just so dumb.
Who's Barb?
HAC.
Okay, that's it. I knew that was her name, but I didn't know if that was the same one.
And then Twin Mama left at some point and said, catch y'all people later, crazy people later. Knee High Socks throws out some hearts. Turds and Shit says bye. Silly Socks says, see you later, Twin. And then Georgia says, what the fuck?
Is that like the Georgia that's always...
Yeah, that's Georgia. And then
Okay.
Hose says, she's a swatter. She's a cop caller. She's going to call the cops when you piss her off.
Who got her?
Who got who?
I mean, Tara got her. Who's her?
I don't know. Wait, what's this one? Oh,
Maybe it's due to my period, but I kind of want the haters to click the link.
Right? I don't know. I mean, I got 67 people here and like 5 people in the chat, so. Then $2 Host says, we are looking for Amanda, which they think is Allie, which is hilarious.
Oh.
What?
Ella, Love Evermore says that?
Not all the mods. I only know who 3 of them are, which I said. So, hold on. I got to go back.
Trish?
The Trish, Chrissy, and Mega. Trish was Knee High Socks. Mega was Mismatch, and we know Heather was the $2 Hose. I mean, not Heather. Fuck. Chrissy, sorry.
Well, then she lies.
Anybody else, we don't know. Well, then who lies?
I don't know. Ella said it. I don't know if she's talking about Love Evermore.
I don't know.
Because Love Evermore told Savage to ask you.
Yeah, so that's what did I just say? See, I can't remember. I keep saying it and I don't remember. Okay. Mismatched Socked was Mega, so Eminem. That's weird. And then Knee High Socks is Trish. Now, I remember Georgia thinking Knee High Socks was Alyssa for some reason. Not Lissa, but Alyssa. Michael Long's Alyssa.
Heather.
And then of course
then $2 Hose is $2 Hose.
Yeah, it is, basically. So but there's other people. There's Silly Socks, there's Piss Test, there's Turds and Shit. Those are 3 other mods. I don't know who they are.
Oh.
And then Twin Mama goes in there and says, hello, Silly, whoever, because Silly Socks, is like waving hi at Twin Mama. And then Twin Mama goes, hey, Silly, whoever you are. Hope I don't miss this, but babies. That's so dumb. And then Piss Test says, the bugs in the mushrooms. I don't know what that means. The bugs
in the
mushrooms? Wait. Does anybody have an idea what the fuck that means? I feel like that's a clue.
Does that have something to do with Nana?
That's what I'm wondering. Somebody asked that, I think it's Chantel, says, so what's the point? You all have your wires crossed? Turgeon Shit says, true crime all the time, jokes. Knee-high socks, which is Trish, says, definition of slander, the action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. Correct. None of my statements were false. $2 Hose says, everything Chrissy says is like 80% false. $2 Host says, happy, I'm sorry you're upset that you're a product of SA and it's really sick. You like to make fun of others' trauma. You would think you would know better. So we already know that's Chrissy because who fucking says that kind of shit?
Right.
And then Turgeon Shit says, sassy, I like you think it's just about her. So that's why like Turgeon Shit, I thought Turgeon Shit was Trish, but they're saying it's Knee-high socks.
Well, who could the other 3 mods be? Like, what
Oh,
what are the
God.
options?
I don't fucking know. It could be on AYB's side. It could be they're trying to pretend they're truthy, so who fucking knows? Then Dirty
don't
Urine
know.
says, and then the Dirty Urine is also a mod. So it says public information is public knowledge. Come people, 1 + 1 = 2. And then Piss Test says the rules to the true crime community is there are no rules. Crime Stalker taught us that.
Oh Lord. So is one of those Boobra?
I don't know. Mega says that the only ones she knew who they were just those. Her, Trish, and Chrissy.
Because I feel like if one of them was truthy, everybody would know it by now.
It definitely wasn't truthy. Definitely.
I know that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. So the Knee-high Sock says, so sue TV stations, both of them, BOFF of the M. I don't know who she's trying to make fun of there. And
I know Ella, but I'm saying like with the comment that she made about SA, Truthy would have hit the fan.
I will say that in all the screenshots that I have, I don't think I've read one comment that Mismatch Sock said, except maybe one. I will say that. Not saying that makes it any better. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. It's mostly Knee-high, Piss Test, Turgeon Shit, and Dirty Urine. And then, of course, $2 ass hoes. And then...
These are some disgusting... Some of these names are disgusting.
Oh, yeah, they think they're funny.
These are screenshots she has from Discord.
No. There's screenshots that I got from Discord, but they're from that $2 hose live.
Okay. Dorothy asked.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I was just clarifying.
Yeah, please.
Oh, because so there was a point in the live where I said, because they were like, oh, remember it's public information, Crime Stalker. And I said, yeah, sure. I said, but did you check the state laws where you're sharing the public information from? Because in Texas, the Freedom of Information Act of Texas is very similar to the National Freedom of Information Act. But not all states are like that.
Exactly.
So, $2 host says, it's such a great story, Crime Stalker. You should do a live about it. And then Turgeon Shit says, you're forgetting the 1967 Yankton names of Evans, which I don't know what that means. And then Turgeon Shit said, Yankton, South Dakota. And I'm like, what are they talking about? Yeah, I still don't even know what that is about. Or what, like that I never understood. I don't know if they were talking about me because they went in and said like 3 names that my dad, different last names that my dad had have. And I said, well, you forgot 2 others, especially the one, I said the one that he married my mom with or something, or when he met my mom. And then they said that at some point, but I didn't know if it was in reference to that or not. And then Pistes says, where are we sharing this information? Turgeon Shit says spread the love. Twin Mama writes to the little eyeballs. $2 Hose says, I hope Amanda is not locked in the basement. Because the girl that they are saying she is, like, apparently has a boyfriend that's, like, got in trouble for, like, domestic violence and holding somebody hostage. Like, you know. So they think that's funny. Turgeon Shit says, depends on the gun, if the guns are locked away. And then Silly Sock says, hi at Twin. I'm reading them backwards, so here it is. Oh, so Turgeon Shit says Amanda would get it, sassy. And then Piss Test says that one was raised by a con artist and is carrying on his traits, talking about me. And then Dirty Urine says, yes, don't forget Amanda. And then Sassy Frassy says, who's Amanda? I don't see Amanda here. And then RMT Pink Sweater, which I think is trying to make fun of Queen, says, they let me out. I just had to take down the rest of the block. And then Turgeon Shit says all the names of my dad, apparently, in there that he had. And I don't know. She must have missed that screenshot where I said, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Let me see. What's this one? That's a repeat screenshot. And then, oh, I think this one's also a repeat. I've already read. Oh, it says, Silly Sock says, hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. Give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either way, glad to have the views. And then $2 Asshole says, someone, they seem to be obsessed with Silly. I don't know who that was, what they're talking about. So $2 Asshole said, did someone say doxing? Then says, but this is all public information. Turgeon Shit says, but they are all saying it's not, so we will see. And then RMT Pink Sweater, they're not even the mob, but they're making fun of Queen, saying, sorry, getting arrested in Walmart parking lot, be right back. Turgeon Shit says, yes, they did. Crime Stalker appeared. And then $2 Hose says, please someone go check on Allie and make sure her hurt husband didn't kidnap her again. And then she's like, I mean Amanda. And then said, you're doxing the wrong person. Allie Joe is not Amanda Jean. And then, did I just say Crime Stalker said it like I'm not her? And then $2 SO says, she's also an active addiction, and that worries me as well, which is not true. And then Piss Ted said, you all showed us the low-level bar on YouTube. We figured we'd join in. Thanks for leading the way. And then $2 Host says, you haven't got punched in the mouth recently, have you? I don't know who she's saying that to. I think Bree. And then Knee High Sock says, so sued the TV station. Oh, that's when she was saying both of them. That must have been in response to that knocked in the face or whatever. Let's see. Chantel's so funny. She's like, the library just called. They want the fantasy book that you're reading back.
Oh, Lord.
And then Turgeon Shit says, you tell stories like your father, Crime Stalker. Time out and think about your actions.
Time out.
And then Piss Test says, it's not doxing when it's public information. And then, let's see. I think that's a repeat, except for Chantel's comments in there about all those women over there wanting to help Ashy Cat recover, now part of a DC dragging group, dragging people. Oh, of the drama community, dragging people. I thought they were all above that. Don't they all preach Jesus? I think that's all of them because I started at the beginning and then it kept jumping, and so I started at the end. Oh, this is a repeat. Oh, this is me saying at least I get my info right.
Love Evermore. I remember
Please
this
don't.
part now.
What?
I was making jokes about people saying Allie was
I can
trapped in
barely
her
hear you,
basement.
girl.
Oh, sorry. Love Evermore. I remember this part now. I was making jokes about people saying Allie was trapped in her basement. Fucking stupid of me.
I didn't see mismatched socks though. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at this, looking for mismatched socks. It doesn't look like whoever got these screenshots. Okay, here's one. Not with mismatched socks, but it says $2 host says my name is something not savage, and then turds and shit says purple. What rock have you been living under? $2 host says, and I was fired. Please read the pinned article. Piss test said assuming. And then she's all, do you know Allie, Joe, Lexi, Joe, Allie, Davenport, Haley, Lynn? And let's see. And then let's do. Then Turds and Shit says, did she look up somebody more recently using her work computer? And I don't know if they were talking. I thought they were talking about $2 ass. Allie. But I don't know.
Love Evermore says she said something about how I was going to come save her.
Oh, maybe. I just don't see it. Turds and Shit. Didn't she look up somebody? Oh, why is this? See, this is a repeat. Oh, and then it goes, Purple People Eater says, who's that? And then $2 host says to Happy because she said Chrissy. And then $2 host says, well, Happy, it's Happy Chantel, by the way. Well, Happy, it's in the news boo. Just Google my name. They did interviews with me. I'm famous because she was pretending to be Savage.
That's sick. Savage asks you, is that it page?
Is it what?
Is that it page? I don't know what she means by that.
I don't know. And then Piss Test in this one says, Chantel says, what point are you making? Cyber Devil, whoever that was, got a message deleted. Piss Test says, the assumptions are spectacular in here tonight. Chantel says, Trish. And then she's all pissy. Trishy, is that you? And then, of course, there goes $2 hose saying her name is not Savage and whatever. And then Turbs and Shit says, from Holland, don't forget the extra postage. Neither is your video crime stalker. Go stalk some crime. I don't know what she's responding to. Might find out in this next screenshot. Silly Sock says, at Purple, she jumps on the bandwagons, though. She endorses that behavior. I don't even know what behavior and who they're talking about. And where Savage is telling him she doesn't have time for this. She's got to go take care of a kid. And if anybody wants answers, come see her. Let's see. Yeah, this one I already read. I read this one. This is where I started. So it's a repeat. Yeah. So wait, let me double check here. Yeah, that was the dirty urine person. Talking about my work shirt again. Somebody came in as hold on, which made me laugh. Oh, this is the only thing I have for mismatched socks. So Unc came in and said, sometimes when I'm alone, I stand in front of a mirror naked and tuck my wiener in and say, hold on. I forgot about that. Made me laugh so fucking hard. Reading it makes me laugh. And then Drought Baby said, you should start tore up. And then Silly Sock says, mismatch, are you drunk yet? And then Mismatch says, unidentified nameless Caucasian, because that's Unc. That's hot. And then Knee High Sock says, sounds exciting, Caucasian, can I watch? And then somebody who came in as a potato but named Fishy Trishy says, how much does a wrench cost around here? And that's literally the only one I have that actually has mismatched socks in it. So yeah, but that was funny. I forgot all about that comment.
What did Unc say?
I read it about Tux's wiener.
Oh, yeah.
And says, hold on. It made me laugh really hard. Right, Snacks? Totally.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I just didn't put two and two together.
So yeah, those were the screenshots that I saw. I wish there was more stuff, but like the Yankton, whatever, South Carolina, and then the Truthy comment and the mushroom comments, those were weird. That mushroom comment was weird.
Yeah. Mushroom bug.
Yeah, it was like mushroom bugs or something like that, or the bugs are in the mushrooms, or I don't know what the fuck that meant.
I don't know. Was who Silly Socks?
Huh?
Lissa asked, was she Silly Socks? Was who Silly Socks?
Mega wasn't. Mega was mismatched. Trish was knee high. Chrissy was $2 hose. All the rest, the piss test, urine, clean urine or whatever, turds and shit. Mega was mismatched. And then, ow. But I don't know who the other people were. Like, there was like 3 or 4 other mods. Plus, there were other people in there pretending to be people that weren't mods.
So they could be anybody.
That's how Chrissy rolls. She makes sure everything gets deleted. So she can tell her own story later on. She can make up whatever story, and the new group of people will come in and go, it's all Paige's fault. That's what happens. That's the cycle.
Lissa said she had screenshots. She'll get them over to you.
Oh, she has screenshots too. Yes, Alyssa's sending more screenshots too. So yeah, there really wasn't a lot I didn't see, but like I said, but I didn't even really remember Mismatched Socks being in there that much, honestly, from the beginning anyway. But I did remember I thought that Turds and Shit was Trish. And I didn't think that she was Knee High Socks.
Right.
I don't know why I would have. I guess maybe the tea, or just because she was nasty. Yes, cheaper. 1000%. Has anyone noticed that each channel KM creates, she takes it up the crazy another notch? Yeah, and then like her last channel she called Insightful Reflections of something KM. And Lissa will have to tell you because I can't remember. But I was like, she's never had an insightful reflection of anything. She don't even know what reflection means except looking in the mirror and seeing herself.
Does she know what insightful means?
Does she what?
Know what insightful means?
Maybe, but she definitely doesn't know what reflection is. Is there victim blaming happening? Where are you saying I'm victim blaming Chrissy? I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused.
Check Discord.
Okay. Oh, hold on. hold on. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not in Discord, so.
All right, let's see what this one's are. This one is somebody was named Tore Up Tater. I think they were making fun of Chrissy. And there was no comment there, so I can't see it. Lissa said something. It just says late. Can't see it. Then she says, gonna be with my family. And then $2 ass host says, go watch CK, Lissa. Mismatched Socks says, bye, Lissa. Hope they never figure out how much you suck. And then whoever went in is Golden Dick, which made me laugh too, is, are we hiding people we don't like? Seems very Chrissy-like. And then Unc says, I have a confession. And I think that was before he said his statement.
Three Boy Mom said her only insight is how can I twist this to make me look pitiful and make others love me and pay me.
Exactly. That is exactly true.
Let's see. Love Evermore. Can you try to understand that I was so new to YouTube that I literally had no prior knowledge of how harmful this can all be. I have learned a huge lesson here. Piggy's revenge. Poor Mirror.
Poor Mirror. Let's see. This one says, Torp Tater says, oh, $2 host says, well, I love to drink. Torp Tater says, I don't drink. Mismatched Socks says, silly socks, I already have been. This is when Unc says, sometimes when I'm alone, I stand in front of the mirror, which Taneka would tuck my wiener in my head and say, hold on. Every time I read it, it gets funnier. And then Fishy Trishy says, how much does a wrench cost? And Golden Dick says, hold on, and then puts a potato. Let's see.
That is a damn shame, Savage.
Yeah, that's the scariest part, is her kids. And then Silly Socks says, they're free, you want one? And then the mobile wrench comes in and goes, I gave them for free. And then $2 Asso says, that's cool. Drought Baby says $67, which I don't know what that's about. And then Unc says, want only my OnlyFans link? And then Golden Dick says, Fishy Trishy, depends if you plan to shove it up your ass. And then Mismatch Sock says, Fishy Trishy, drop your cash app and we'll pay you to take a wrench. And then at $2 Asshole says, we pay you for your services here. And Golden Dick says, K miss a twat at Cash App. And then Knee-High Sock says, do people like things up their asses in here? Wonder if they get paid to do it on OnlyFans, which is funny because Trish was the one that said she liked stuff up her ass when she commented on one of my community posts.
Oh, good.
Because I told her to take the stick out her ass. She said, I like things up my ass.
What are y'all talking about?
Which part?
The chat. So you're new to participating in bullying too?
I love Evermore. Me too. I came to YouTube to escape Facebook drama. YouTube was like, drama? Hold my beer, Facebook.
Well, Jeeper said, me too. I only went to YouTube for music videos prior to seeing the
I
video.
literally just read that. You goofball.
Oh, God. It's past my bedtime.
I bet. Me too.
My kids are not here tonight, so I'm staying up later than I normally do.
Unfortunately, being a dumb ass shit mother isn't illegal and doesn't cause your children to be removed to a better, safer home. I know, it's really unfortunate.
I know.
And then this Knee-High Sock says it's actually $KM is a twat to be exact. Oh yeah, because the other one didn't write it right. And then Golden Dick says, yes, thanks. And then Mismatch Sock says, I don't think that's how Cash App works. Isn't there usually a $sign in front of it? And then Golden Dick says, can't forget the $sign. And then Unc says, this ain't no live. This is a catfishing trip. And then Mismatch Sock says, everyone is having fun. Am I wrong? And then Knee-High Sock says, well, that is true if you look at the above photo. And then Golden Dick says, this is definitely not going the way you planned, Potato, is it? And then Mismatch Sock says, get some anger out, give Paige some content. And that was it. That's all the new ones I got.
And you should not use being new to YouTube as an excuse. Hopefully, after what occurred in our home, DCF is involved for a while.
Yeah, Brittany says it's been a long, hard road for people who have had criticisms of KM. Anytime anyone had one, the mob would attack. Other channels wouldn't let you speak on her in the chat for fear of wrath. She was protected a lot. Yeah, I never got that, Brittany, either.
A lot of it, I saw a lot of this from the outside looking in.
You keep going further and further away from your phone.
I know, I'm sorry. Now I'm right here at it. And I saw a lot of this from the outside looking in when it was all going on last year. And it was all she just knew how to manipulate people. And it wasn't everybody that fell for it. You didn't fall for it. Most people did. Some did, but some didn't. Savage didn't fall. Savage would tell her when she didn't agree with her.
Yeah, that's true. She did.
But then she also told you the same thing.
What? That she didn't agree with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, there were certain people that she couldn't manipulate no matter how hard she tried. But then there were some people that it was like she could just bat her eyelashes if she even had any. I'm not quite sure.
If she has any, I don't know if she has eyelashes. Did she pull them all out?
I mean, like, did she wear false eyelashes?
Who, Chrissy?
Yeah.
She don't even shower most of the time. What do you mean? No, I'm teasing. That's mean. I definitely don't think she wears false eyelashes. That doesn't seem like her jam.
Like,
I don't do it either. It's too hard.
She could just give some puppy dog eyes, and she could manipulate someone. It seemed very easy for her. But that was from an outsider looking in.
It lacks the morals for me. Maybe it's my upbringing. Oh, it's the lack of morals. I thought you said it's lack of more. Oh, fuck. I don't know. Don't ask me what I thought you said. I'm like, my brain is broken. It's been broken for 2 days.
Oh, Cindy, you're right. Perfected manipulating doctors for fake illnesses and government for money. She's a pro.
Jeeper says, please do not insult a puppy dog like that.
I'm sorry, my bad.
It's fucking savage. She definitely don't do anything to help her face out. That shit stays busted. I think that still was nicer than when you yelled at TG2 and told her to show her busted face.
You told somebody that?
TG2's a whack job. You've missed all that too.
I saw her on
on whatchamacallit channel. Yeah.
With the other drama. The Mandy stuff.
Yes.
I saw her on there and I was like, whoa.
My question to anyone that supported Chrissy, when TG2 and Chrissy threatened my life, didn't you guys go, wait a minute, hold up, hold on. That would have been my first clue.
Red flag. Yep. Red flag.
You know, guys, though, I work in HR, and you'd be surprised how many people don't get basic stuff. Like, it's not that I think they're dumb. I just think that sometimes it's just like there's no thinking. It's just reacting, right? There's no process.
Right. And that's all she ever did.
Sorry, I'm responding to a work email at 11:34 at night, 24 at night.
Oh, sorry, Ella. Did you go to bed?
What happened to Ella?
She went to bed. Good night, Ella.
Good night, Ella. Good night, Tina. Except you $2 assholes. Yeah, I'm going to bed too. I'm tired, guys. It's late. I've been up all day.
Yep.
Ellie never showed up because her ass probably fell asleep. I'm going to have to probably do 7 lives tomorrow and pretend to be Chrissy just so people can talk. Although tomorrow I do have a live about serial killer brains, and I've yet to do my research.
It's probably going to turn into something like this.
It better not. It's on Crime Stalker. I mean, it doesn't matter if it does. But I don't want. I mean, I'll start another live if it does, if there's a need for it. But that one, I just want to talk about like the genetic and the psychological brain science connection about serial killers and are they? Because there's always been the old adage: are serial killers born or made? Can they be both? Can they just be one? Serial killers.
Good night, Savage. She says, love most. Yo.
Oh.
I don't know who's not considered there. But good night.
3 Boy Mom. I would make a comment and more new followers would come and attack me and call me names. They kept asking me how I knew this or that because I've been around since the first channel. Exactly. Oh, I just heard Discord go off. I bet you that's Ella. She's like, I'm going to go to bed and play Discord.
That's not going to bed.
Well, she does need to wind down. She's like me. So it's like
okay.
taking your mind out of like anything, like focusing on a game or whatever. Yes, ma'am, love Evermore. I hope that, I know it's intimidating on panel. And I know it's hard to admit fault. But, as we grow and do more self-reflection, that's why I don't believe Chrissy ever knows what that means. Then we learn from our mistakes, hopefully, and move on and be better.
Okay, let's all go to bed.
Me too, Dorothy. I'm from the crime community. I just made this channel. I wanted to talk just about other shit. But of course, that I made this channel right around the time Chrissy was going batshit crazy. So it is what it is.
This is true.
Good night, Miss Salty. Thank you for coming by. And we will be on the other channel tomorrow. So I hope to see you there. I know you're in South Africa, so I don't even know what time it is there right now. It's hard, Green Baby. It really is. I know. All right, everybody. I love you guys. You don't have to stay quiet, love Evermore. But
if you
I
feel
definitely
you need
need sleep. What?
I was going to say if she feels she needs to, she can.
Yeah,
but
she doesn't have to, but if she feels she needs to, obviously. Oh, you're going to live for the first time?
First recovery support live. Well, good luck.
Good job. Oh, so that's why your name's changed, Dorothy Marie. Okay. I was wondering what the Dorothy Marie Recovery Support was about. That makes sense. You think I would have put 2 and 2 together?
Her brain's fried.
Well, you can put your link to your channel in the comments of this live, and then that way people can find it. All right, everybody. I'm going to go nights.
Good night.
Thank you, Carrie, for coming up and helping me manage all this crazy. And you got the notification, so that's good.
I did. And thanks for letting me up.
You're welcome. All right, guys. Good night.
You too.